Alright, yo, what's going on, everybody? We're back with some more Honkai, except not Star Rail. We're here with Impact 3rd. We're here with a Honkai Impact 3rd animated shorts. Some of you guys have been really wanting me to check this out for a while now. And I know I'm doing Zenless Zone 0 right now, but I figured why not throw this in because you guys have been asking for it for a while now, and I want to make it up to you guys. So we're going to be checking out this playlist. It has a bunch of animated shorts along with some story stuff, I believe. So yeah, let's go ahead and check this out. And I believe there's some other stuff that I'll check out afterward with more it's like kind of like version trailers for this game, but it's not actually version trailers, but something similar. So yeah, whatever that is, I'll check it out when I get the chance afterward. But right now we're here with the animated shorts, so let's go ahead and check these out. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Let's go. This first one is called Honkai Impact 3rd Animation Reburn. Go. Looks very similar to like Honkai and stuff. Come back, Kiana. I must follow through. Don't be so stubborn. There's no subs on this, but this is the playlist that was made for me, so I'll bring you back by force if I have to. Yeah, there's no subs on this. So she can like do something, like stop time. She's rage baiting. Her eyes changed colors. Is she gonna turn into the same thing as him? Or just straight hands? That fit is kind of clean. Can't lie. And she's got some like horns. She's doing her ultimate. Why is she not finishing it? I don't know what that means. That sounded like German. I mean, that looked like German. What the heck was that? She didn't want to kill it? Maybe that was her own creation? Was there a person inside there, or was it just straight robot? Straight mech? I think there was someone inside, probably, right? But we just didn't get to see them. Her name is Kiana. What color were her eyes before? It was because it turned, I think it was blue before it turned. Yep, blue, and then it turned to like orange or whatever. And obviously, you see the reason why I say there's a person, because you saw like this part, so someone's looking through, but it could be a robot as well. So let's move on. I'm gonna try not to pause these as much because I want to do them all in one video. I think this might be like the longest playlist for checking out in one video. The second trailer is called Introducing the Honkai-verse, Honkai Operation Center Chapter 1. Go.
Captain on bridge.
Greetings, Captains. Welcome to the Honkai Operations Center. Have you wondered where the Valkyries came from? What are they fighting for? And what exactly does Honkai mean? We will be diving into the history and worldview of Honkai Impact throughout this series. Today is a basic introduction to the prequel of the entire story.
It's
Throughout
actually
history,
very useful.
The struggle between mankind and nature has never ceased. The Honkai-verse is based on a parallel universe that reiterates this conflict, humanity's struggle against the Honkai. But what is the Honkai? We don't know exactly where it's from, but it's a force of chaos that existed from the beginning of time. It wants to destroy human civilization, and when human technology advances, it grows stronger. Honkai have tried to destroy us through creating supernatural disasters, monsters, and plagues, and giving birth to Herrschers, godlike...
So 58. So the monsters in this, because I don't know if this is like lore pertaining to the entire Honkai-verse or just this game. I'm assuming, I don't know what to assume, but we didn't get this for a Honkai Star Rail, and it's called Honkai Impact 3rd. Which means it's definitely about this game, but I don't know if it's also the same for Honkai Star Rail. So I'm gonna just assume it's for this game, just to not like add any more confusion. But assuming they're both, taking into consideration the fact they're both Honkai games, this probably applies to Honkai Star Rail as well. But I'm just gonna make it for just a Honkai Impact 3rd. So yeah, let's run it back. I know I said I wasn't going to pause, but rewinding is, or I was going to pause less, but rewinding is necessary, from the beginning. Go.
Captain on bridge.
Greetings, Captains. Welcome to the Honkai Operations Center. Have you wondered
It seems
where
like
the
a company
Valkyries came
video.
from? What are they fighting for? And what exactly does Honkai mean? We will be diving into the history and worldview of Honkai Impact throughout this series. Today is a basic introduction to the prequel of the entire story. Throughout history, the struggle between mankind and nature has never ceased. The Honkai-verse is based on a parallel universe that reiterates this conflict, humanity's struggle against the Honkai. But what is the Honkai? We don't know exactly where it's from, but it's a force of chaos that existed from the beginning of time. It wants to destroy human civilization, and when human technology advances, it grows stronger. Honkai have tried to destroy us through creating supernatural disasters, monsters, and plagues, and giving birth to Herrschers, godlike beings who can...
Yeah, I think it's just for this game, because we didn't have the name Honkai used in this context for Star Rail.
Civilization 50,000 years ago.
It wasn't used in this
Modern humans
context.
refer to this civilization as the previous era. Unfortunately, those high-tech humans in the previous era lost the war and were defeated by the Honkai. The previous era was destroyed, but some humans survived to rebuild human civilization. This brings us to the current era. Of course, Honkai wants to destroy humanity, so they didn't leave us in peace, even in the current era. 2717 BC was the date of the earliest record of the Honkai beast attacks.
It's pretty cool though.
Gifted human warriors such as Ji Xuanyan helped us defeat these early Honkai monsters. But Ji Xuanyan disappeared into the seas after an expedition to defeat the giant Honkai beast Triol. To defend humanity against the Honkai, a religious organization known as the Shiksal rose after the fall of the Roman Empire. Shiksal was led by an overseer, usually a member of the Apocalypse family, who established Shiksal. It helped create the feudal order by helping various European princes gain power. They also developed crude Honkai-powered weapons and initiated the Honkai Crusades. The feudal armies of Europe fought the Honkai, defeating them in many battles and reclaiming
it literally is a
lands.
reflection of our world.
To increase its power,
in history.
Shiksal also recruited and trained its own military. The Valkyrie Order is the most famous Shiksal fighting force, and a legendary Valkyrie is Kalan of House Kaslana. The Kaslanas are a family of knights known for their prowess in fighting the Honkai. Kalan's most powerful weapon is the Oath of Judah, an artifact from the previous era that was very effective against the Honkai. However, many things happened in the year 1470. Honkai created an infectious virus.
This is an amazing video.
The Great Plague and killed
this is amazing. This is so.
But
every game
I focus on treating the plague. Instead, the leaders wanted to dominate the Eurasian continent and declared war against the Ming Empire of China. The war ended with Shiksal's defeat in 1475. To pay for the losses, Shiksal increased taxes and took money from the poor. These bad decisions only made Shiksal even less popular. When Schicksal tried to recover from its defeat, the Great Plague continued to claim lives. Otto Apocalypse, a younger son of Schicksal's ruling dynasty of House Apocalypse, managed to develop a cure in 1475. Although he was not the heir to the seat of Overseer, Otto's discovery increased his popularity. The deaths of his father and brothers allowed him to become the new Overseer. Since then, human technology continued to grow. Everyone thought Honkai was gone, but the first Honkai eruption took place in 1952 and destroyed the entirety of Berlin. The eruption gave birth to the first Herrscher, a powerful godlike being capable of bending physical laws. Schicksal, which has become a rather secretive organization by now, quickly overpowered and captured the Herrscher for research. But Schicksal scientists failed to find out anything. The first Herrscher was then transferred to a Schicksal lab in London for additional inquiry. It was there that the first Herrscher was given the name Welt by the resident scientists Einstein and Tesla.
Einstein and
leadership
Tesla.
of the North American branch were already very displeased with Otto's militaristic leadership. Some even doubted Otto's willingness to eradicate the Honkai. These differences eventually led to the independence of the entire branch, which renamed themselves Anti-Entropy in 1955. Unlike Schicksal, which relied on Valkyries as its elite warriors, Anti-Entropy designed and built Honkai-powered mechs. The second Honkai eruption happened in 2000 and destroyed Siberia and the Russian Far East. It turned out that Schicksal were performing many inhumane experiments on Honkai-resistant children. One of them, Siren, awakened and acquired Herrscher powers and proceeded to take revenge against those who tested on her and her friends. Schicksal mobilized hundreds of Valkyries and depleted its entire arsenal of Honkai fission missiles to defeat this foe. Many Valkyries fell in battle, including Cecilia Shariak, reputedly the best Valkyrie of Schicksal. 14 years later, in 2014, a minor Honkai eruption, referred to as an outbreak, took place in Nagazora. The outbreak wiped out the entire city and transformed many into zombies. The cause was the partial awakening of May Raiden, the third Herrscher, due to an implantation of a Herrscher gem. The Nagazora outbreak was contained by Schicksal Far East Branch, led by Teresa Apocalypse. The few survivors of the event, Kiana Kaslana, May Raiden, and Bronya
Kiana,
were then enrolled in St. Freya High School, a Valkyrie training school built by Teresa Apocalypse after the Second Honkai War. Now we can finally move on to the events in the game itself. Honkai Impact 3rd starts in the year 2016. You are the captain of the flying battleship Hyperion of Schicksal Far East Branch. You will lead Kiana Kaslana, a brash and hot-headed Valkyrie trainee, and her other friends into battle. We hope this provides a basic understanding of the important events and forces of Honkai Universe.
It really did.
The rest of the history will continue in future episodes, following the life of Kiana, May, Bronya, and other Valkyries in the Honkai-verse.
Sick. That was an amazing video. I feel like I know we've gotten lore videos for both Honkai and Genshin, but I feel like none of them were as like to the point, direct, and just giving us this like the breakdown, like the history, you know. I really like that. I really appreciate that. Don't worry, I'm gonna watch it again just to see what I can jot down. But yeah, good video. Let's move on.
1 hour later.
Okay, I wrote down a bunch of stuff just now, and I have some questions that I guess maybe you guys could answer them or maybe not. I guess, yeah, don't answer them because probably spoilers for the game and story. But concerning Otto Apocalypse, he developed a cure for the Black Plague in 1475. So, and his brother and dad died, so he became the overseer coincidentally, right? So that makes me suspicious about him, what his motives are. And you know, a lot of the other people are scientists, part of the North American branch of the Schicksal, were also suspicious about that, and his willingness to actually eradicate the Honkai. So that makes me curious about that, because they were displeased with his militaristic leadership as well, and then eventually branching off into independent. Like they became independent and developed the anti-entropy in 1955. So yeah, it makes me curious about his motives. Like, did he develop the drug to save people, the cure to save people, or did he actually have ulterior motives and knew this would gain popularity with the people, and so he maybe poisoned his dad or and his brother as well, so that he would be next. He would just get power immediately. I can't really tell because I haven't played the game. I don't really know too much about his character. I'm just seeing this, but it's very questionable. And a lot of the other people have questioned that as well. Also, it seems like because we're the captain of the Shixal flying battleship Hyperion of Shixal in 2016, and that makes me a bit wary because technically we're not really on the good side, right? We're just part of like this organization that has had a long-standing history, not a good history though, because um they've done a lot of terrible things like performing experiments on these kids who are Honkai resistant, whatever that means. And then also what were they doing? They were not even trying to find a cure for the Black Plague until Otto did something about it. You know, they were trying to take over the entire Eurasian continent, and they started a war with the Ming Dynasty of China, and they lost, and then they had to somehow find a way to recover, and they took taxes and increased taxes and took money from the poor. Like they're doing terrible things, right? So it makes me question like our allegiances and whether we'll like maybe switch sides or maybe get like a greater understanding of our place in the grand scheme of the world. And also about the Valkyries, because the Valkyries are also doing a lot of questionable stuff because they're part of the Shixal and they're their greatest warriors, but they have to also have like some questions about like their like allegiances as well, right? Like I wonder if they question their loyalty a lot. It also makes sense why we saw Kiana fighting the mech, right? Because it was a fight between probably the Shixal and the anti-entropy. And that's also kind of confusing because the anti-entropy, when they showed the anti-entropy, I believe they showed Otto right there as well. Like they had everyone seated, they showed Otto as well. So what is that? That's meant to be, that's Otto, right there. What is that all about? Because he is technically their enemy now, right? Or I guess they all went into independent, so there's not really any like order anymore. Like they're all on equal playing field now. But why was Kiana fighting the mech? Who sent the mech, you know? And also, what's very suspicious is the Nagazor outbreak was contained by the Shixal Far East branch led by Teresa Apocalypse, which is very questionable because the same thing happened in Otto like 600 years ago, I guess, when he contained the outbreak of the Great Plague. It seems like they're always Apocalypse members that are doing these things. So it makes me wonder if these are setups. Like the day instead, because they say that the Honkai started the Great Plague, right? They sent it, and that might be true. But the fact that it was an Apocalypse member that stopped it, and then even now with the Nagazor outbreak, it was contained by another member of the Apocalypse family, Teresa. Like, what's the coincidence with that? Like, they were both, like it just makes me like suspicious of the Apocalypse family, or maybe they have some like I don't know, like some they're like the Apocalypse family themselves have like some crazy like thing that like some I don't know, some destiny type of thing where it's always going to be them that stop it. But technically, like the Apocalypse family, they are like they have the most power, so it makes sense that if anyone were to stop it, it would be them. But it makes me think that there's more to that than just they happen to be the one to stop. Like like that makes me suspicious. And also about what is the name, Welt, the first Herrscher, who came to be. That's interesting because he seems close to Einstein and Tesla, right? Which are the names? I don't know which one's Einstein and which one's Tesla. If I had to guess, maybe the right one is Einstein and the left one is Tesla. Like these two, the pink and the blue haired one. The right one is Einstein and the left one is Tesla, I guess. Because the right one has like more of the like the frizzy hair, so it makes me wonder that she's Einstein, right? But then he seems to have grown close to them because he was being experimented on by them, and then they didn't find anything. Then he was sent to London, and then that's when he actually got the name Welt. So it makes me wonder, did they actually experiment on him there? Maybe Tesla wanted to, because I saw her dragging him by the collar, and then Einstein. I again don't know their name, but blue-haired one, probably Einstein. I'm guessing maybe they didn't want to experiment on them or something, because she or he seemed kind of chill when they were eating their sandwich on this. It gave me like a very like chill vibe. Tesla's more so like more the one that follows like the rules and stuff like that, while the one on the right is more like free. And then Welt, he's also part of the anti-entropy, I guess now, because he is technically a Herrscher, someone that can bend the physical laws. It just makes me wonder about all that, and yeah, I don't really have much else to say aside from that. Let's move on. Well, actually, I did have some more to say, concerning what's her name, Siren, right? Her whole thing when she took revenge, awakened to her Herrscher powers, because she was one of the kids that was being experimented on by the Schicksal. She killed all the scientists because she wanted to take revenge for her friends, and then Schicksal in turn mobilized his army of Valkyries, which again is one of the points of contention with the Valkyries, because the Valkyries are following all these rules and stuff, like all these orders from their leader, right? They're really loyal, I guess, but they themselves, like, they're part of some crazy work, right? 'Cause I guess they probably knew, right, about all the experiments, or they just found out and were still sent into battle. So like they need to have a question for their leader, like who they follow, right, during this battle with Siren, who they said defeated. I don't know if that means she's dead. It says defeated, so maybe she's still alive, and maybe she's still being experimented on again, which would be crazy. But many Valkyries fell in this battle, including Cecilia Shariak, which is it had the best reputation for being the strongest Valkyrie. Also, concerning the Nagazor, I know I'm paused and doing a lot with this. I'm already like at a 1.5 hour recording, and I'm only on the third one, but there's just very interesting lore that I can actually grasp, and stuff that I've written down, so I can actually talk about it. But concerning the Nagazora outbreak, and the third Herrscher, May Raiden, they said that she partially awakened. What does that even mean? Because the other ones awakened and acquired their powers, but she had a partial awakening due to a Herrscher gem, so it was like artificially awakened to her powers. It's not like she actually has it. She might go to a full awakening soon or something. But yeah, whatever. And then back to the subject of Otto Apocalypse. Again, he knew, maybe he did know about these, maybe he didn't, but it seemed like like he'd be ignorant to believe that he didn't know about these human experiments that the Schicksal were doing on Honkai resistant children. So like, yeah, like, did he kill his dad? Did he kill his brother? Was it a coincidence? And is he like, he's still a bad guy, but maybe he didn't actually kill them, and he actually wanted to develop a cure for it, but then he changed over time because he got so like so much power so quickly at such a young age, because he was the younger son, right? So maybe that's part of it. Maybe he was actually a good person, but he changed, or maybe he always had some skeevy ulterior motives. All right, I think that's enough for now. Let's move on. Okay, this next trailer is called Will of the Herrscher, Honkai Impact 3rd Animations, song Befall. Go. We're gonna get that song. Kiana. The Valkyries are being controlled. Who is that? Is that May Raiden? Which Valkyrie is that? I mean, which is that the Herrscher powers? So are the Valkyries being controlled by the Schicksal? Or by House Apocalypse? Like Otto? The anti-entropy, I just heard it saying entropy. Again, I wish there were subs on these, but there isn't. Again, I might be mixing up some of this lore, but that's to be expected, bro. Like, I'm watching all these for the first time. I'm not gonna get everything right. Does she have some, like, Herrscher type powers? Because she's not one of the Herrschers. Right? She's not one of the Herrschers. Is that Aoi Yuki or Kagura's? Is that Wendy? Maybe? The girl, the blue, the dark hair girl? I'm not good at, I couldn't connect the faces to names yet. Are these meant to be Herrscher powers? She's not a Herrscher though. Right? This next one is Honkai Impact 3rd animation. Final lesson. Go. Pause for a second. Go back. 8. Go. Who was that? Was that one of the anti-entropy members? There was a bunch of them. Is that the Himiko of this world? Because I know there's a Himiko of Honkai Impact 3rd. And I think she had red hair, like in Honkai Star Rail. So is that her? Yeah, as I was saying, is this Himiko of this world? She has red hair, and I know there's a Honkai Impact 3rd version of Himiko. So if I had to guess if anyone was Himiko, it'd be her. Kiana again? What's going on? That's still Kiana. She got gravity powers because she can open up black holes and stuff. She has like the almighty push and pull. And she just turned into a Rubik's Cube. Not dead yet. Don't count me out. Don't count me out. I'm still like that.
Kiana, あんたが目を覚ました時、すべてが変わっている。世界はもう美しくない。平凡な日常ももうない。でも諦めないで。何があっても諦めないで。調子に乗るな。
Is this related to Siren in some way? Because we know Siren had that power, that thing. She attacked her and... Oh my god, this is sick! Okay. We know that her and... Wait, hold on, go back a second. 43. Himiko, Major. Yeah, that's Himiko. Oh, that's her aunt? That's her niece? Damn. Or no, not just aunt. Like, it's not. It might not just be a literal aunt. It could be just like that's what you called her. My God. She die right here? She died. She died. And then Kiana came to, maybe? Why is she tweaking out? I turned her back. Okay. I like those vocals. Ah, sick. So we know that Siren, and as I was saying, Siren the Jigsaw, they fought and stuff, and then she lost or whatever. And Cecilia Shariak died as well. But then, wait, what's that thing? Hold on, sorry. I'm just trying to see something. Okay, no. I meant to talk about like the outbreak. The outbreak of the Nagazora. It was contained by Teresa. And then the survivors are Kiana, May, and Bronya. Right? So did something happen to Kiana then? Like, what did she... Because a lot of the other people turned into zombies. So was she also... This song is fire. So was she one of the ones that like kind of... Yeah, I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened there. Did Teresa do something? Okay. This next one is called Bronya. Honkai Impact 3rd animation. Go. Bronya-chan. It's only in 720p. She got hands. As expected of a future Valkyrie. Open the shit. What is this, Persona? The butterfly? Who is that? Is that Kiana? Saying that? What the hell is going on? We've been fighting her for the last 3 shorts. This next one is called Seele, Japanese dub version, Honkai Impact 3rd. Go. Okay, that's who was calling her Onee-sama. I assume. Shit. Said it. Her hair is kind of similar to her looks similar to Welt, with the dark blue blackish hair, and like that's really it. She has a cool design though. I like it. The blue and black. That's sick. Is that who was just calling out to her in the last one? Or is this the person that was calling out to her? Whose arms are these, bro? Is this Kiana again? Oh my god. Aww.
もういいのよ。一緒に海に行くって約束したのに。
They're going to plunge their tears. Sorry. That thing on her hand, that like mark, that cross, it kind of reminds me of like the Oath of Judah. That was that Kiana that had that? Kiana's the one that had that, right? Or it was a Kaslana member. I don't know if it was Kiana. I think it might have been another Kaslana. Is that what she's using right now? Something similar? I wrote so many things down, it's kind of hard to find it. Colin. It was Colin that used it. What did she do, man? I don't know what she just did. This audio, this I don't know, it sounds a bit weird, like a bit eerie, you know? Singing. I think it's meant to sound eerie. Oh, sorry, I was just doing something. Did she actually save Bronya, or what was she doing right there? It seems like she almost like kind of maybe trapped her. Like the ending was a bit like foreboding, the way they ended it right there. It was like, did she actually just help her, or did Seele just go mad, you know? To every Captain Honkai Impact 3rd, thank you for your lasting support, company. Okay. The next one is called Cyberangel Zero Exception, Japanese dub version, Honkai Impact 3rd. Go. The Sea of Quanta. That's, she wanted to go to the sea. The Bronyas. Why is she referring to herself in the third person? As a Herrscher gem? That's the only type of gem that I could think of. She's getting Herrscher powers. You can tell they have Herrscher powers. I noticed because they had like the black holes that that they showed like in the second trailer when they showed like the Herrscher powers. That's how you know, I think, when someone's a Herrscher. Because she was grasping it. She didn't get it entirely. She maybe partially awakened right there. That's maybe what they refer to as a partial awakening. She just got it, but maybe not. Now she has the same powers as like Kiana. So like, can everyone get like a Herrscher gem and power, or get like temporary power maybe? You get a Herrscher, you get a Herrscher, everyone gets a Herrscher. We're like these skates. Bicycles, some unicycle feet. It's kind of tough how she's just jumped in the air like that. That's kind of sick. It's like ice skating or like skating. Nominal. Ride on. I feel like the ending of like an anime or something, bro. They're playing the opening. That's sick. That reminds me of Makoto from Persona 5 Royal. Like her powers. It really reminds me of her. No, sure. Get it? Herrscher? But I said her. Not sure. So just trying to get out of this place, this domain. And just cycled, just motorcycle, do that shit. Oh, now her eye looks the same as Kiana, so is that how you know someone's truly locked in to their Herrscher powers? Obviously assuming that these are all actually Herrscher powers. Because that gem was like the most, like, kind of blatant clue to me. Like, we only saw one, we only heard one specific gem name. Where is Seele? This music is nice. Hey, 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 hey. Yeah, it seems like she is like a gymnast or something right there. That's why she was moving like that. Or like a skater. She has kind of like the build of one too, you know? Very, very like slim. Like petite. Petite is crazy. But yeah, like, you know, a lot of them have that type of build. Like gymnasts and like skaters and stuff like that. Ice skaters. I think she is like an ice skater because she had like ice powers too. She was like skating on the ice. Alright, this next one is Honkai Impact 3rd chapter. What is that? 11 maybe? EXCG. Go. Yo, what is this quality? Yo. What the hell? Run it back from the beginning. Go. Oh, this animation is nice. This animation is nice. What was that? Was this during the outbreak? Okay, the church music.
Kiana,
so did Himiko save her during the outbreak? Is that what we're seeing right there? Damn! That was nice. That was short and simple. I like that though. That had so much aura to it. So much spiritual energy. Damn. This next one is animated short Meteoric Salvation, Japanese dub version, Honkai Impact 3rd. Go. Yeah, I truly don't know if I'm going to get to all of them today because the video is already 2 hours long on my end. But it's probably going to be way shorter for you guys. It's going to be like I might do half, I might do it. Let's see how we're feeling. I could do it like I record half today and then half like tomorrow and then just upload it all as one video for you guys, but we'll see. I guess you guys will know. Yeah, it's definitely Kagura and like Tanya. I think it's, is it Aoyuki or something? Pretty sure it's Aoyuki. Damn, okay. Hold on, Kiana. So all these mechs that you guys are fighting, are they the anti-entropy? Which still confuses me. Because the anti-entropy, they all were like independent, right? So like, but then when they showed them, they showed a picture of Otto, I believe. I think so. That's who I'm assuming, right? Because it looked like Otto, but it might have just been showing him to show like, I don't know, he's against it. Right, I don't know. Ooh. Mmm. Saucy. That was tough. That was tough. That was tough. That pose is always elite. In the sky like that. I fucks with it. Alright, Kiana. I fucks with it. I fucks with it. Yeah, one eye is like orange, one eye is blue. So I'm guessing that's a sign of her using her Herrscher powers. It might not even be Herrscher powers. As I said, it could just be like Valkyrie powers, normal Valkyrie stuff. Kimiko's actually dead. Also, it seems like her eye seems like the mech eye. You know, like the mech eye, like the lock-on thing. Because it seems like there's like a lock-on thing. I've been seeing that for a while now. Maybe that's also why she was hesitant to kill the mech in the first one. Because maybe some of that power, like Honkai, like that Honkai power, is what powers hers as well. And that's Bronya, that's Seele, right? I think. That Nagazora. That Nagazora, bro. Are we seeing... Is everything that we're seeing during the outbreak or post? Might be post.
What is reflected in my eyes? Now the moonlight is
Who's this singer? Who is this singer?
all the people passing by. One is so small when the world's so wide. Every step forward that goes aside.
I like the song. I like it, man. I definitely recognize the singer.
We engrave my memories. Some are now forgotten indeed. Someone has come before is waiting me. Cause I remember all the tales written inside this world, no more real. I'll follow all my heart used to believe.
I think Thai Corp. Tough. This next one is spoiler alert. Honkai Impact 3rd chapter XVCG again. 15 maybe? Oh. Spoiler alert. You've been warned. I was about to say you've been spoiled. Or about to be. About to be. About to be. Is that another anti-entropy member? I think I saw her there. I'm not sure though. Who is this? It's an epic showdown though, it seems. It's on smoke on site. All smoke on site. On smoke. This is an epic fight. I don't even know who these guys are or why they're fighting. How did we get here? Let me know. Please. They both seem teed though. That seems like the Honkai eruption. That was sick. I don't even know what the hell was happening. That was cool as hell though. No context, nothing, no hands. I mean, no words, straight hands. This next one is animated short, Lament of the Fallen, Japanese dub version. Go. That was dope. Oh, I know that. That's Kiana. Damn, who was that? May Raiden? Again, I haven't seen the characters enough to know their names. Looks like maybe May Raiden, because Raiden is like lightning. And she's using lightning powers. And that's Kurapika's voice actor right there. Miyuki Sawashiro. Dope. God damn. It's like she seemed good. Kiana seemed strong, but she didn't seem like as strong as like May. I don't know, they're kind of yeah. And that's Miyuki Sawashiro, by the way. My boy Kurapika and a lot of characters. Like Kambaru from Monogatari. This is a dope fight though, I like it. No powers, straight hands. Oh, and she's getting pieced up. Sorry. Sorry, Kiana. Damn. It's a very, damn, just use the bench. Oh my god, bro. Relax. Oh, now she's using those powers. Ooh. Just transformed. Pushed her there. You could turn. Oh. And why would you beat my ass, bro? Yeah, that is May. Aww. Damn, this actually this fight has a lot of like, oh my god. This fight actually has a lot of like meaning, bro. I thought they were angry at each other, bro, that they're angry at themselves, they're angry for the self-sacrifices that each other is making, you know? Well, mainly Kiana, and May is angry about that. She doesn't want to lose her friend. That's wholesome. I like that. Oh, and she also... Whoa. It might not be a Herrscher thing. It might just be a normal Valkyrie thing. But they all have some crazy stuff. Or maybe they use it again for the Herrscher gem. I know I said this like 30 times. Sorry about it. I'm just going back and forth. Bronya seemed to be more Herrscher gem like. That's when they first met, I'm guessing. And they've known each other for a while. Damn. Oh. Yeah, that song is sick, bro. You know what these trailers remind me of? They remind me of some like early 2010s, late 2000s like anime stuff, like openings and stuff like that. Even like their aesthetics and stuff. Like it feels like I haven't watched Darling in the Franxx, and I don't know, I've heard like mixed things, bad things and stuff like that. I know the ending, whatever. I know about that stuff, but just the aesthetic and stuff like that, it reminds me of that. Like obviously the mech stuff, but like it's like seems very like a drama, you know? And yeah, it just seems like that to me. It's a bit darker right now. This next one is Thunder Reborn, Honkai Operations Center, Chapter 2. Go.
Greetings, Captain. Welcome back to Honkai Operations Center.
Oh, more lore?
In recent stories of Honkai Impact 3rd, Mei has been the center of stage. She returned to the city of Nagazora, regained her Herrscher powers.
It is
and once
Herrscher
again
powers.
became the Queen of Thunder.
Okay, I was right. Damn.
How did this heiress of a multi-billion-dollar corporation
Damn,
turn into
really?
a Herrscher? What did she experience and witness?
I don't know. You
To
tell
answer
me,
these
sir.
questions, we have divided Mei's journey into 4 parts: Origins, Valkyrie, Arc Fugitive, and Returning to Nagazora.
I don't want to write a lot
Mei
of stuff
Raiden was
down,
born
bro.
on April 13, 1997 in the city of Nagazora. Her father, Ryoma Raiden, was the head of Massive Electric Corporation. Mei's mother, however, passed away when she was young, and her name remained a mystery.
Whoa.
Mei was enrolled in the elite high school of Chiba Academy. Only children of rich, powerful, and connected people could hope to study there. And Mei Raiden happened to be one of them, and she was so much more. She was beautiful, tall, and intelligent. Everyone in school idolized her.
When the school glazes the new
This
kid.
didn't last forever. Disaster struck ME Corp that her father owned. Ryoma Raiden became a criminal, guilty of economic fraud, and went missing to avoid arrest.
Oh.
Mei's life was turned upside down. Her classmates and even teachers turned cold and ostracized her.
Of course they did.
That was when
Of course.
she learned that their
Of
friendship
course.
and adulation were only reserved for her family fortune and prestige.
I'm guessing
and
that's when
those
she
who
met Kiana
disappeared when her
afterward.
father ran away.
And she
Left
changed her
alone
life.
to face an uncaring world, Mei
But she
soon
didn't
became
care.
extremely jaded and started hearing a voice echoing in the darkness. It
Wait. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah. I wrote it down. Mei's power was Herrscher. She was the third Herrscher. I forgot about that. She was the third Herrscher. She had the Herrscher gem. So it might be different for Bronya and Kiana. But yeah, I remember that she was the third Herrscher. My bad. Actually, not my bad. Whatever. 1:30. 3, 2, 1, go.
were only reserved for her family fortune and prestige.
She was the
and
third
those
Herrscher,
had disappeared when her father ran away.
During the Nagazora outbreak.
Left alone to face an uncaring world, Mei soon became extremely jaded and started hearing a voice echoing in the darkness. It promised terrible powers. This world deserves to be destroyed. She chose to become a Herrscher and ignited the 2014
I love those manga,
Honkai
like the
outbreak in Nagazora.
panels right there.
Millions died as a result. While Mei reveled in her new powers, a mysterious silver-haired transfer student named Kiana Kaslana suddenly appeared to stop her.
The transfer student.
Instead of trying to kill Mei for destroying the city, Kiana appealed to her human conscience. With her help, Mei successfully subdued the Herrscher within, and Kiana quickly became a close friend. The
Nice.
two girls met Bronya, and the three of them worked together to flee the stricken city. They were then taken into custody by Himiko, a Valkyrie of Shiksal's Far East branch. Teresa Apocalypse, who's in charge of the Far East branch, used all her powers and resources to enroll the three girls
Wow, she looks
into
so
her
young.
own Valkyrie training
Looks
school,
like a child.
St. Freya High. And that was May Ryden, an ex-heiress once worth billions who lost both her parents,
Rip is crazy.
became ostracized, acquired Herrscher powers,
Oops.
destroyed a city, met two very good friends, and started training to become a Valkyrie and defend the world against the Honkai.
Principal. Oh, she's
May
a
was
principal.
ever fearful of the Honkai within her and agreed to let Himeko implant a heart bomb. The bomb has a sensor that will start a countdown if it detects Herrscher impulses within May.
A heart
During her
bomb?
training, May and her friends Kiana and Bronya took on many missions that included stopping an ancient Honkai monster, Chio, and recovering a
Chio. Speaking of Chio, that's funny because I was about to bring that up in the last one when they because I was wondering what happened to Ji Xuanyan, I think her name is, the one who went to the sea on an expedition to fight Chio. Is this the same Chio, or is it a different one by the same name, like the name of the type of monster? And what happened to Ji Xuanyan, bro? Like, where is she, bro? We haven't seen her, bro, since the previous era. All right, 313, go.
on many missions that included
Is she
stopping an
RIP
ancient
too?
Honkai
Rip?
monster,
Is she ripped
Chio,
or is she oops?
and recovering a runaway battleship known as the Selene.
No Dion.
May also demonstrated her superb cooking abilities. She even learned to play video games. But things would once again turn for the worst. Shortly after graduating as fully minted Valkyries, May, Kiana, and Bronya were sent to Shikshal's Oceania branch to recover a Herrscher core, the Gem of Desire.
Gem of
The
Desire.
gem was placed in
Herrscher
an
core.
ex-Valkyrie named Wendy, who served as its human vessel. But
Right?
Wendy eventually lost control and became a Herrscher herself.
Yeah, okay.
While the young Valkyries battled Wendy, Kokolia from Shiksal's rival faction of Anti-Entropy ambushed them, using a brain chip implant to control Bronya and capture both Wendy and May. While May was held as a prisoner to be experimented upon for her Herrscher powers, Bronya chose to sacrifice herself by burning out her brain chip so that Kiana and the others could rescue May and escape.
Makes okay. Goddamn, they got
Soon
an S rank
realized that
mission
her
while they're
friends often
beginnings.
suffered grievously just to save her. A sense of helplessness and a matching desire to get stronger began to grow in her heart. That wasn't the end of the bad news. As Teresa and the Far East branch worked around the clock to wake Bronya from her coma, Shiksal overseer Otto Apocalypse suddenly abducted Kiana and took her to
Yeah,
his
this
secret
guy's evil.
headquarters.
This guy's fucking evil.
It turned out that the Overseer always had a secret plan of reviving a Herrscher known for her burning hatred against humanity.
Siren.
May, once hopeful that she could protect the world as a Valkyrie, realized that she simply wasn't strong
So
enough.
Kiana.
Bronya went into a coma to save her. Kiana was kidnapped, and her ultimate superior, Otto Apocalypse, turned out to be a scheming supervillain
Scheming.
who would soon unleash a terrible Honkai disaster upon the entire planet.
So was he always a scheming
Once
villain
again,
though? That's my
May's life
question.
entered another pivotal moment. Kiana was revealed to be an artificial clone designed by Otto that served one purpose only:
To be a
serve as
Herrscher.
vessel to Seele,
Yes.
the second Herrscher who was defeated in the year.
Yo, did I not say that was she was Siren? Did I not say that? Like something happened with her and Siren? But the thing is, I went back on that because I realized that she was they didn't mention her during that instance of the Siren thing, but more so the Nagazora outbreak. But I still talked about the fact that she could have been the one that had like Siren's powers or something. I definitely said that earlier on, and during the lore video, like the second video, if you guys remember. Okay, so she was an artificial clone designed by Otto. Okay, it's making sense now. 513, go.
Kiana was revealed to be an artificial
Okay,
clone
4, 2,
designed
3.
by Otto that served one purpose only: to serve as a vessel to Seele, the second Herrscher who was defeated in the year 2000.
Yeah.
To rescue Kiana and stop the impending Honkai eruption, Teresa of the Far East branch rebelled against Overseer Otto. May also became part of the alliance forged by Teresa and Anti-Entropy. And together they fought their way into the headquarters of Shiksal itself. While battle raged, Seele began to stir in her slumber. The second Herrscher gradually assumed control over Kiana's body and
Yo,
summoned
Otto's a
horde
bitch,
of
bro.
Honkai beasts.
That man's the one
To
that
help
caused
clear the
Siren to
way
go
the
crazy.
possessed Kiana, Teresa decided
Become like
to remove
Sukuna.
the heart bomb from May. May was grateful for Teresa's trust. Armed with the power of the Herrscher within, she easily defeated numerous enemies.
Okay.
But all her struggles were in vain.
She still lost.
When the rebels stepped into the heart of Shixal, Sirine's persona had already succeeded in fully possessing Kiana. A terrible battle followed. Sirine tore away the Gem of Conquest from Mei's body and acquired even greater powers.
Oh my god.
The brutal removal of the Herrscher core also took Mei out of the fight. Just when all hope was lost, Himeko entered into the fray
She
and
brought her
bravely
back,
fought
I'm
Sirine.
guessing.
Her selfless fight gave everyone the time they needed to escape.
Shout out to Himeko.
Teresa and the exhausted
Himeko's
rebels
goated.
withdrew from Shixal. They failed to stop Otto and Sirine and became
Never mind.
fugitives on the run. The
Never
Battle
mind.
of Shixal was yet another blow in Mei's life. She couldn't save her best friend. Sirine even took Mei's
You don't have
core,
to say that,
gaining
but
greater powers to wreak havoc on the entire planet. And in the face of such an enemy, Mei's only option was to flee. Having been on the run for 4 months, Teresa came across witness reports of Kiana at Arc City, located in Shenzhou. Teresa, Bronya, and Mei tried contacting an intel dealer named Grey Serpent. Instead, they came across the Ningyo, a cyborg girl who might know Kiana's whereabouts. But Shixal's agent Rita suddenly appeared and defeated the 3 fugitives. They were forced to retreat with the Ningyo. The bad news was that the Ningyo no longer had any useful data after being formatted by Rita. Mei, who felt she had been performing poorly in battle, asked Dr. Tesla to make her an augmented battlesuit to work better with her residual Herrscher powers. Meanwhile, the fugitives also decided to split their forces in 2. Teresa would respond to Kokolia's request and head to the Deep, located in the Pacific, to retrieve the Gem of Desire.
Oh hell
Mei
no.
and Tesla would return to AE headquarters with the Helios to repair the Ningyo for data salvaging and locate Kiana's whereabouts. While Mei and Tesla worked on the Ningyo, the cyborg suddenly conveyed a message from Rita. Rita revealed that Kiana was indeed in Arc City to investigate a mysterious serpent-backed company. Kiana even agreed to form a temporary alliance with Rita. But Rita soon walked into a world serpent trap and lost her S-rank Valkyrie powers. Kiana was also captured by the world serpent. With little options left, Rita thus decided to call Mei for support. Though suspicious of Rita, Mei would not give up any chance of reuniting with Kiana and went back to Arc City eventually. Mei was also surprised that Rita did not lie and even tried working with her. Mei did get what she wanted, reuniting with Kiana. She asked her friend to return to the Hyperion. However, Kiana chose to stay in Arc to stop the World Serpent from creating an artificial Honkai eruption in the city. A World Serpent mercenary named Raven tried to stop Kiana, and the 2 girls fought her off, only to realize that Raven succeeded in delaying them. A wounded Mei could only see her friend tapping into the Forbidden Void powers to send the detonating Honkai reactor away from the city and save millions of people. Kiana passed out from overexerting herself and fell. Her deadly descent was stopped by a tree that sprouted from a lance. Mei rushed forward to save her friend, only to find out that Durandal, the most powerful S-rank Valkyrie of Shixal, had arrived first. And this Valkyrie was ordered to take Kiana away. No matter how hard Mei fought, she couldn't stop Durandal.
That was the girl that we saw fighting old boy.
Fate tore them apart. The attempted reunion with Kiana at Arc City only deepened Mei's angst.
That Mei's going through it, bro.
She was too weak to stop Shixal, and her weakness allowed them to take Kiana. Though imprisoned at Shixal's Vemur Labs in North Africa, Kiana managed to escape during the chaos caused by a World Serpent attack. She used her void powers again and teleported herself to Nagazora, the place where she first met Mei. Dr. Tesla detected the energy fluctuations from Kiana's teleportation, and thus the fugitives headed toward the city that was destroyed by the Honkai eruption 3 years ago. Mei and Tesla arrived at the city ruins and tried looking for Kiana. Instead, they found scavenging children living in shelters who survived the Honkai disaster. And the sensei protector of these children who helped build their shelters was none other than Raven, the World Serpent mercenary that Mei fought in Arc City. When facing rising sea levels and Honkai resurgence, and also due to her need to protect the children, Mei agreed to set aside hostilities and join forces with Raven. Together, they located Kiana's whereabouts and even defeated the Honkai dragon Benares that was trying to protect its queen. Then Raven
Okay.
revealed her intent for coming to Nagazora. She wanted to kill Kiana and end the threat of the Honkai she poses. Nevertheless,
okay.
Raven gave May a chance to stop herself. May drew her blade without hesitation and ended her brief alliance with Raven.
Yeah, she's like, you ain't doing that
But
shit.
without her Herrscher gem, May was no match
Yeah,
against Raven.
okay.
The mercenary even scoffed at her, calling her no different than an ordinary human. May knew that Raven would kill Kiana once she was defeated. She decided to sacrifice herself and started concentrating Honkai energy within her. Raven was shocked. She just witnessed a coreless ex-Herrscher releasing a sudden burst of terrible power. She therefore allowed May to take Kiana away. After enduring many battles and defeats, May was finally able to bring Kiana home. But then Dr. Tesla told her the bad news. The 3 Herrscher cores within Kiana had overloaded her body with Honkai infection. She had less than 2 months to live.
What?
May found herself utterly helpless after hearing the bad news. She also found that Kiana had lost several senses and could not even taste the food she cooked.
Oh my god.
The World Serpent, however, was well aware of the relationship between May and Kiana. Kevin Kaslana, the sire of the World Serpent, met May in person. He was a
Kaslana.
previous era survivor and lauded as their most powerful warrior.
What?
Kevin promised May that the World Serpent could save Kiana's life, and that would require May to simply become a Honkai Herrscher once again.
So he was in
Once
the era
May
where like
became a
Colin
Herrscher,
Kaslana?
one of the Herrscher cores infecting
That was,
Kiana
like, sister or
would
something?
dissipate and reappear in May instead, greatly reducing Kiana's infection. But May would have to leave Kiana and join the World Serpent to ensure that their grand project succeeds. And when Project Stigma successfully reforms the human race
Stigma.
and defeats the Honkai, Kiana would no longer have to sacrifice herself to protect the world. To save her dying friend, May accepted the Serpent's offer without hesitation. And shortly after making her choice, a channel into the Sea of Quanta suddenly appeared in Nagazora. It turned out that Otto had fired the second divine key to create a channel right through the sea.
What the hell is the second
And this
divine
was
key?
only possible because of the deal that Kevin
Oh
and Otto
my
made a few days
God.
ago. Kevin told May that she should take this chance to absorb Honkai energy seeping from Nagazora and complete her metamorphosis.
That saved
Everything that
Kiana?
began in Nagazora would end in the same city. 3 years ago, Kiana stopped May from becoming a Herrscher, and the 2 girls became best friends.
And now she became a Herrscher.
May has decided
Yeah.
to become a Herrscher once more, just to save Kiana. When the transformation is complete, May will have to betray her friends and join forces with the enemy. But that's the price she needs to pay. Entering the darkness is the only way she can return Kiana to bliss. We're happy that you managed to stay with us and reach the end of this video. We would also like to know what you think about the story so far, and what you would like to see next. Background history of the factions such as the World Serpent, Shiksal, and Anti-Entropy? Or background stories of characters on your Valkyrie roster? Perhaps even secret technologies of the previous era? Do leave your opinions in the comments section. We'll see you next time.
That was a lot of information, but it was interesting. And yeah, I'm definitely not going to be able to do all of them in one video, because right now it's been 2.5 hours. I know it's not going to look at on the actual video, but it's been 2.5 hours for me. But I'll make all this one video. As I said, I'll just do it right now, and then I'll record the second half. And we have a couple more to go to reach the halfway point, but I'll record a couple more. Then I'll record the second half tomorrow, but then I'll make it all in one video. All right. That was a lot of information. So did they know that May know that about the deal that Otto and Kevin made a few days ago, and what it would mean for her, even if she had to save Kiana? I'm guessing she would still have gone through with it regardless, but because she was desperate. But yeah, there's just some stuff that I needed to write, so I'll see you guys in a second.
1 hour later.
This next one is new chapter trailer, Reawakening, Japanese dubbed edition. Go. Damn, is that Durandal? Is that... Yeah. Fighting Kevin? Is that Kiana or who? May? Bronya. I think that's May. Loki looks like a raven too. That is May, right? Or is it Siren? Fuck, I don't fucking know, man. I don't know who that is, bro. I don't know if it's a May getting overwhelmed with her power. Or Siren somehow. Or Raven? Oh, I don't know, man. Move on. This next one is, yeah, a Honkai GLB 3rd anniversary Honkai Impact 3rd animated short. Shattered Samsara Japanese something. Go. I don't see how Raven would even be that strong though. I can only think that would be like a Herrscher, like May or Siren. Or maybe Raven got some Herrscher powers. Also, what happened to Wendy? Because she escaped, right? Or did she die during the experiments or like afterward? Oh yeah, it is me. Oh, what? Who? Who is that? Is Siren helping her? Who is that? Or is that Himiko helping her? Looks like Siren though. I think Siren's helping her. Oh, and her eyes are fully blue now. She's kind of like, because she doesn't have the full Herrscher cores anymore. She's had one taken out, so maybe that's why her eyes are blue. Because she still has Herrscher powers, but she's not fully taken over by Siren.
そうかもしれない。しかしこれが私の使命。
What the hell's going on, man? What the hell? Is that fucking Kevin, bro? The fuck, man?
私は嘘をつかないよ。律説はここまでのようです。
信じてくれた人も私のせいでいなくなりました。
私は強いからそんなの心配ないよ。
どれだけ努力しても歳月の流れにはかないません。結局私は一人ぼっちです。
一人ぼっちにさせないから。
どうしてここに封印が破壊されたら。うるさい。
Is that her mom? Well, who is that? Looks like literally exactly like her. Maybe not. They just look similar. They look very similar. A family member, but their last names are nothing alike. She has like a Russian name. She has like a Chinese name. The music was awesome. Like, this music is amazing. Samsara, bro. What does that mean? What? Who is that? Is that her now? What the what is that? Is that meant to be Kiana now? Okay, this is the last one I'm doing for right now. I'll record the part 2 later, bro. Because I'm getting exhausted, bro. It's almost been like, literally, no bullshit. It's 3.5 hours on my thing. So yeah, this is definitely the last one. The reason it's 3.5 hours is because I was writing a lot of notes in between. So that's why. Yeah, I've been writing a lot of stuff, but yeah, this is the last one. You'll see the second half in the same video though, most likely. We'll see. Go. It's a 9-minute one.
Welcome back to the Honkai Operations Center.
No
As time
more
flows
notes.
forward,
I'm not gonna write all
shaped
these.
the history under different names and identities. The 8th Herrscher, who calls herself Fuhua, has now appeared before us.
8th
But who is
Herrscher?
she really? What has Fuhua undergone in 50,000 years?
What?
Let's take a closer look at the long and solitary life of a warrior.
I'm just gonna write it down
Fuhua
while I'm
was born in
watching.
the lower district of a previous era metropolis. She grew up practicing martial arts after her father and lived a disciplined life. Due to her humble origin, plain appearance, and straight, reserved personality, Fuhua was a loner when she studied in Sapphire. Only until she saved a classmate during a zombie attack did she gain the acceptance of those around her and learn to warm up to people. But just when she was beginning to envision a bright future, fate forced her on a path that she had never imagined. The Honkai impact tore what she knew apart. The city was burned to the ground and her family and friends were killed.
Samsara?
Fuhua fled and was saved by Moss Squad 5 leader Himiko. In a world where one could not survive alone, Fu Hua could no longer afford to dream and was only left with the mission to eliminate Honkai. Fu Hua joined Moth as a soldier, but she was still too weak to save anything. Cities fell. Billions of lives perished. Her savior, Himiko, died in the hands of her comrades.
This is a
after
different
transforming
Himiko, I'm
into
guessing,
a
right?
Herrscher. She only had the passion to defeat Honkai, not the power to realize it. In the face of an overwhelming enemy, was running away the best thing she could do? Fu Hua did not accept her fate. Burning with a grudge against her fate, Fu Hua was reborn after challenging death. In an experiment that was deemed lethal, Igor miraculously fused with her and transformed her into a mantis. And the user of Key of Domination, as well as Fan Huang Down. The mantis brought home one victory after another, until the final Herrscher descended. Humanity stood no chance in the decisive
Go back a second. What do you want to go?
as well as Fan Huang Down. The mantis brought home one victory after another, until the final Herrscher descended. Humanity stood no chance in the decisive war. The few that survived forfeited their civilization. They put themselves into cryogenic sleep so they could start anew when the time arrives. And so Fu Hua stored themselves into cryogenic
201.
war. The few that survived forfeited their civilization. They put themselves into cryogenic sleep so they could start anew when the time arrives. And so Fu Hua's story enters the next chapter. After 10 millennia of sleep, Fu Hua was awakened as the executor of Project Ember, whose mission was to guide the people of the new era in development.
Oh, no, I can't just. Okay.
Fu Hua was awakened as the executor of Project Ember, whose mission was to guide the people of the new era in developing their civilization and resisting Honkai. Fu Hua was not alone in this. She was surrounded by lifelong friends who genuinely cared for her and wanted her to take back her life. Yet she lost all of them in a judgment-class Honkai disaster.
I can't,
Fu
bro.
Hua became alone again. As a mantis, she is immortal. As the user of Fan Huang Down,
Maybe later when I
memories
have more
last
energy,
forever.
but
In
right
Fu
now I'm
Hua's
not.
near everlasting life, as fleeting as her interpersonal encounters
Oh,
may be,
wait.
the inevitable parting that ensued would still scar her for life. With her last friend gone, Fu Hua closed off her heart. She secluded herself from the earthly world, carried on the mission of eliminating Honkai like the programmed robot.
So this is.
No mercy for the corrupted became her sole code of conduct. She only cared for the mortals' corruption, not their lives. In 1458 AD, Fu Hua founded the School of Taishuan at Mount Taishuan, Shenzhou. It was to safeguard Shenzhou and cleanse the world of Honkai. The School of Taishuan, which only had 7 disciples, dominated the martial arts world with
Was
the
Ji
edge of
Xuanyang her
a secret
student?
sword fighting style that could channel Honkai energy. To the ordinary people, Fu Hua was as untouchable as a celestial, and hence was named Phoenix. In 1475 AD, on the Kipchak steppes in
The
Central
battle.
Asia, Fu Hua
She won.
single-handedly trounced
That's why
Shixal's
they
elite
won.
forces and their strongest Valkyrie.
I was like, how did they?
Kaslana.
She
This battle
cooked
also
them.
led Fu Hua's first encounter with Otto Apocalypse, her lifelong rival. In the next
Lifelong
year, for reasons
rival.
unknown, her 7 disciples mutinied and razed Mount Taishuan to the ground. Fu Hua was grievously injured, having lost her full power and immortality. Fu Hua temporarily withdrew from the world, since she
Sorry.
could not
Go back. I'm just trying to write as much as I can. 4/7.
Mount Taishuan to the ground.
Important
Fu Hua
info.
was grievously injured, having lost her full power and immortality. Fu Hua temporarily withdrew from the world. Since she could not protect Shenzhou in a powerless state, she made a pact with Otto. Fu Hua joined Shixal and worked for Otto. In
What?
return, Otto pledged to watch over Shenzhou in her stead. In
What?
2000 AD, the second Honkai eruption brought total
So she had to
destruction.
lock in, maybe?
It was later known as the most devastating Honkai disaster of the current era. In a few days, multiple major cities were destroyed, resulting in millions of casualties. In this war, Shixal and the anti-entropy fought back in full force. Fu Hua was dispatched to subdue the Herrschers as a Shixal Valkyrie. In Fu Hua's long life, she has never ceased rethinking what fighting means so she may one day slay all Herrschers and eliminate Honkai. By then, she had found the way of defeating a Herrscher. With unparalleled combat experience and Fan Huang Down's power, Fu Hua overwhelmed the pseudo-Herrscher of fire and temporarily suppressed the second Herrscher who possessed 6 Herrscher cores. Yet even with such nigh immeasurable power, she could not defeat the second Herrscher, who was under
Damn,
the protection
really?
of the will of Honkai. At the
That's
critical
crazy.
moment, Fu Hua sacrificed Feng Huang Down and her memories to activate Feng Huang Down's first power, Taishuan Eminence. It severely wounded the second Herrscher and cut off her connection with the will of Honkai, creating an opening for humanity to turn the tables.
Damn.
Fighting
She
this war cost Fu Hua her memories and most of her power. Over a decade later, Fu Hua enrolled at St. Freya as an undercover agent. She became the class monitor of Kiana's class to surveil the activity of the Herrscher of the Void inside Kiana.
damn.
Although she approached Kiana and her friends with an ulterior motive,
She gradually
she
actually
regained
grew.
long-lost friendships and bonds
Yeah.
in a campus life full of joy and laughters. She carried out Otto's orders while secretly helping out Kiana and her friends to protect an addictive yet fragile balance of fate. However, the mission of eliminating Honkai ultimately made her side with the other end. She took away Kiana and helped Otto rouse the Herrscher of the Void. Little did she know that Otto did not play by the contract. He only
guy's
roused
a
the Herrscher
scumbag,
for his
bro.
selfish desires, not to protect others. To keep Fu Hua out of his plan, he shot her. To stop Otto's plan, Fu Hua activated Feng Huang Down's 0th power before dying, to transfer her sentience partially into the feathers.
Yo,
and
Otto
bind
needs
her
to go.
sentience with Kiana's soul. Feng Huang Down, which bore Fu Hua's sentience, led Himiko to the power that could confront the Herrscher of the Void, and provide the serum that could quell the Honkai energy inside Kiana. When Bronya
That's what
was
she used
trapped
on
in
her.
the Serpent's
Gotcha.
Mind Labyrinth, Feng Huang Down appeared in time to help her escape.
Yo, shout out
After the
to
Herrscher of the Void begot a
Fu Hua,
Honkai
bro.
eruption, Kiana sunk into self-blame and loss. It was Fu Hua's sentience that supported
Of course she
her
was.
and taught her how to harness the Herrscher
She
power.
saved all of
At
them
last, to
before
protect
dying.
Kiana, Fu Hua's sentience burned herself out in the battle
Oh,
against Kevin and
okay.
fell into a slumber.
Okay.
However, that was not the end of her story. After
Yo,
the
this is
Jigsaw battle,
interesting as
Otto
fuck.
repaired her body, only to revive a Fu Hua that was not the fighter who upheld her mission above all else and abolished her own desires. She had the looks of Fu Hua, but uttered frivolous, arrogant, and impetuous words. She had the memories of Fu Hua, but could not understand the motives underpinning them. She loathed Honkai as much as Fu Hua, but she was no different from Honkai in action. Purely driven by a desire for destruction, she destroyed. She killed Otto's clone and demolished half of Jigsal's headquarters. To vent her desire for destruction, she fought Durandal and Kevin, to trick Fu Hua's sentience in Feng Huang Down into submitting to her. She varnished over her motive time and again. To win the trust of Kiana and Bronya, she lured them into her memories to elicit their sympathy. In the end, she was not Fu Hua, but the 8th Herrscher born from her memories. Perhaps to the 8th Herrscher, this story that perpetuated itself for 50,000 years is an elaborated, pitiable tragedy.
50,000
The Fu Hua
years.
that constrained herself and lived solely for her mission was nothing but a failure. She wanted to become a better Fu Hua. Perhaps the girl bathing in the sun on the grass 50,000 years ago would have had the same idea had she had learned the story of her life. It is a life that has seen too many betrayals, lies, and sacrifices.
Yeah, that's what I'm noticing
However,
from a lot.
It is also
These
a life
people,
that shaped
they're-
Fu Hua into the remarkable fighter that her friends believe in and rely upon.
The Fu Hua story
What
is
does the
crazy.
future have in store for her?
The
We
lore.
will find out together.
Average dad lore. Okay. And that's the last one I'm checking out right now, bro. I'm exhausted right now. I'll see you guys in a little bit. Yo, what's going on, everybody? We're back. This next one is animated short Everlasting Flames, Japanese dubbed edition. Go.
Bronya, 委員長。彼女たちを離して。やめて。
Hey, yo. Who is she fighting now? Who are these marionettes she's fighting? Doesn't she still have some Herrscher powers? Because only one was taken. Himeko. But they're saying that she doesn't have any Herrscher powers. Or maybe it's just locked away right now.
文句ある。
So we got an overload of information on the last two. So I'm just wondering how much has changed, you know? I'm trying my best to keep all this information, but it's hard. Okay, so she's using partial Herrscher powers right there. This song is beautiful. That's Fuhua, who was low-key the MVP. One of the MVPs. Is she still fighting the 8th Herrscher of Fuhua? Because she was the villain last time. 3 Herrscher cores? Who is that? Is that meant to be May? May is the only one that I can think of because she left with the World Serpent. I also love how Kagura is her voice actress, Reawakening. Our Honkai Impact 3rd. Everyone's cooked. Bronya. I think that is May. I think that is her. But she had 3 Herrscher gems. But didn't she only have 2? Because she took one from her. Not sure. From, R.I.P. Himiko. But she took one from Kiana. So she should only have 2, right? Because she only had 1 before. Or did she have another one that I missed? Maybe Wendy's? That might be one of them. The one that was in Wendy. The Gem of Desire, I believe, or something like that. Also, did she get the fire powers from Himiko? Or from... I don't know.
Sometimes I see a tired bird fall to the ground.
The song is nice though.
To fly so high.
I thought I would evolve and embrace that end till I felt touch so real. I will no longer be unchanged.
But if that was May, then why was she completely mech'd out? Was she completely consumed by like the Honkai? Did she get turned into like a Honkai thing? Because it wouldn't be out of the picture for people of Herrscher power, like with people with Herrscher abilities, since they are using Honkai powers. It wouldn't be out of the questions for them to like someone else to use that Honkai power from them and like turn them into like mechs. Because I'm assuming like the Honkai is already like imbued in like their body with the gems, so maybe they just took. I guess you could just take the gems too, but it wouldn't be out of the picture, I don't think. I mean, that's partially why they're doing the experiments in the first place, right? To make use of that, like on Honkai resistant children's in the past. To like attain their powers, right? May the fires of hope always guide us. Okay, let's move on. This next one is Honkai Chronicles, Kiana Kaslana. Go.
A few years after the second eruption in 2000,
Oh, there's a bunch of info
girl
now.
came into this imperfect world in an
Kiana.
experiment pod.
Because she's
She had
revealed to
no
be a
name,
clone.
Only a cold serial number, K423. K423 was created.
And I
by
said
Otto
that too.
via splicing Kiana Kaslana's
Not that
genes,
exact thing,
and
but
then from
that
serum
she was
the
using
Herrscher of
Siren's
the Void
powers.
together. The Herrscher core attained consciousness in the new body, and she was expected to become a human with Herrscher powers. In 2007, Siegfried
So
Kaslana
she herself has a
attempted to
core?
abduct K423 in secret, but was intercepted by Schicksal in his escape.
Okay.
His biological daughter went missing afterward.
Bronya?
Siegfried adopted K423 and raised her.
Who's
as
her
his own,
his daughter?
but was unwilling to name her after his own daughter.
Oh no.
That was until
Yeah, who was
one
his
day,
daughter?
To protect the injured Siegfried, K423 took up arms to confront a Honkai beast in his place. A tender soul defied fate for the first time in order to protect her loved one. Touched by her action, Siegfried decided to name her Kiana Kaslana. He made a promise to her.
Was
As
it
the
Teresa or
descendants of
something?
House Kaslana, it was an honored tradition for them to fight for their loved ones.
Wait, hold on, go
Siegfried
back.
decided to name her Kiana Kaslana.
Wait.
One.
108,
Touched
go.
by her action, Siegfried decided to name her Kiana Kaslana. He made a promise to her. As the descendants of House Kaslana, it was an honored tradition for them to fight for their loved ones. On this day, the girl received her name from her father, and she set foot on a path deviating from her written fate. However, fate had other plans. In 2010, the latent Herrscher persona awoke.
Okay, the one that didn't
Blazes
wake up.
of anger scorched the world that had just opened up to her. To protect Kiana, Siegfried used Judgment of Shamash to suppress the Herrscher of the Void. But as a result, he was severely injured. Siegfried realized that he would inevitably rouse the Herrscher persona again. To protect Kiana, he left her. The girl was worthy of love. Those who loved her could do anything for her. But in the girl's eyes, it was her very existence that brought them endless sufferings and miseries. Nevertheless, she did not forget the promise with her father and continued to believe in the good of the world. In the Honkai-stricken Nagazora, when Raiden Mei, who had become the Herrscher of Thunder, turned against her, Kiana still reached out to her. When they were fleeing Nagazora, Himeko rescued Kiana and Mei and took them to Saint Freya. Kiana's troubled fate was finally calmed for a brief moment. On the campus, she met friends who were like family and made the solemn vow to fight for all that is beautiful in the world. She wanted to stay, but a cruel twist would soon break her hopes.
What's that girl in the bottom right there? It looked like another Kaslana. Is that Teresa?
Dark seeds germinated in the shadow of the peaceful years. The other sentience inside her preyed on all the good in her life once more by encroaching on her cognition in her dreams. It was Kiana's pining for a mother's love that made her awakening possible. She created illusions to make Kiana believe that she saved her mother from sacrificing herself to end the second eruption. When she realized the great joy she experienced was elusive, she broke down and let the Herrscher persona take over. Being taken to the Schicksal HQ by Fuhua, she was confined in the same bleak experiment pod just as when she was born.
Oh, Fuhua took her?
This time, Otto, who
She didn't
witnessed her
say-
rebirth, wished to see the Herrscher of the Void return.
Because they did say she was
Just as
working
Otto
for him,
expected,
Otto.
The Saint Freya
Fuhua, I
group
mean.
revolted and attacked the Schicksal HQ with anti-entropy to rescue Kiana. In fact, he wanted them to gamble everything for Kiana. Their deep love and the ensuing sacrifices would stimulate Kiana's emotions to help her overcome the Herrscher persona, so she could become a human with Herrscher powers. The
Okay.
Herrscher of the Void achieved complete awakening and pulverized Saint Freya and anti-entropy in a display of power. In the end, to save Kiana, Himeko donned the Godsbane battle suit for Million Night Eclipse. She defeated
Godsbane
Herrscher of the Void
battle suit.
and injected the Spear of Destiny, a Honkai neutralizing serum, into Kiana at the expense of her life. Himeko fell into the imaginary space.
Imaginary space? Who was that? Did Himeko have her own daughter,
Kiana
or was
might
she
be
just...
a Herrscher, but her friends and teachers still loved her and believed in her as much. Yet their goodwill was too heavy to bear. Kiana wandered in Ark City after waking up from the nightmare. Honkai beasts and zombies hunted her. The whispers of the Herrscher tortured her. She wanted to run, but had nowhere to run. Those pains and sufferings are predestined. She was test subject K423, the vessel of a Herrscher, and the root cause of the world's and her loved ones' miseries. Would the world be a better place had she died? When Kiana was prepared to die with the Herrscher inside, Fuha's
Bars.
sentience in her mind stopped her and the Herrscher from reviving. Kiana finally remembered that Himeko sacrificed herself to save her because, as her teacher, Himeko believed in her potential to change the world.
Yo, shout out to Himeko.
Kiana snapped out of grief and loss. To repay Himeko's faith, she will continue fighting her ill fate.
Bars again, bro. This narrator's spitting.
With Fuhua's help, Kiana learned how to contain the Herrscher persona and utilize Herrscher powers.
So
She
Fuhua
became
just
a
there as a
rogue
spiritual
hero that fought
helper.
to save Ark City from destruction.
She's like Avatar
Kiana
Roku.
discovered that the Honkai disasters plaguing Ark City were not related to the Herrscher of the Void. They were the work of a shady organization known as the World
Yeah,
Serpent.
we're just getting like a recap of
All
everything, but
traces
from
point to a
Kiana's
dreadful ploy,
side.
Project Stigma.
Yeah.
The catastrophe caused by it would level Ark City to the ground. Kiana must transfer the Honkai bomb planted by World Serpent to save Ark City.
What will happen next? Find out.
Even though the Herrscher persona and Honkai were eating her away, she did not fail Himeko. To change this imperfect world,
Planted
she
the
became
bomb.
a meteor that ripped Ark City's darkness open and propelled
She
the bomb
saved
out
it
of the atmosphere,
using her
which
Herrscher
rewrote
powers.
The cruel fate of this city. The unconscious
that May?
Kiana was taken to the Schicksal North African lab, by Durandal.
Durandal, yeah.
Otto needed a Kiana who had harnessed Herrscher powers to activate the second divine key.
Whatever that is
Sick
again.
of being manipulated, she broke out from the lab.
Yeah, honestly, I'd be sick of it
and
too.
escaped Kevin's
Everyone's doing
pursuit
some
under
bullshit.
Fuwa's cover. Kiana returned to the ruins of Nagazora. She was ready to meet her end in the place where she first met everyone she cared about. She knew she had little time left as the Honkai core continued to corrupt her. To
But
bring
Mei
back
came
Kiana, Mei set foot in Nagazora. Kiana had not stopped imagining how she would reunite with her friends once.
And that's when they
And
fought.
she could not seize the chance when it finally came. Honkai was growing thick in Nagazora. She had to step forward to protect the world and her friends, even if it would cost her her life. She had always been like this. She would laugh off the worst injuries. She saved the world, saved everyone, but kept the pain to herself. She was killing herself to protect the good in the world. But she
Shout
had
out
forgotten
Kiana.
that she also meant the whole
Shout out
world to
Kiana.
her loved ones. To save Kiana, Mei made a pact with Kevin. A new gem of
That whole
conquest solidified in her body.
thing with
She
Kevin
became the
and
Herrscher of
Otto
Thunder
was
again
strange.
and joined World Serpent by choice.
Like, did she know about
Mei
the
knew
deal
her
that they
best
made?
friend would never accept her choice, but she could not create a future for her dearest if she held on to her past. After Mei left, Kiana and Bronya went to Mount Taishuan to find the ways of mastering Herrscher powers recorded by
By the way,
Fuwa.
Mount
Without
Taishuan
knowing,
was
the Herrscher of
destroyed by the
Sentience had already
disciples,
woken.
right?
In the illusion created by the Herrscher of Sentience, Fuwa's lonely life, bound by her mission, flashed before Kiana's eyes. Fuwa planned to sacrifice herself again to seal the Herrscher of Sentience. Kiana could not accept a fate that exchanged their lives for the greater good. It was Himeko's. It was Mei's. It was Fuwa's. It was hers once. And it was not the happiness they wanted. To end this wretched story the way they truly wanted, Kiana stopped fighting alone. She chose to believe in her friends. In the theater of domination, built by the Legion Herrscher, she confronted her fate for the last time.
The Legion
She
Herrscher?
accepted her fate and who she was. She and the Herrscher of the Void were both continuations of Siren's persona. The Herrscher of the Void was Siren's hatred toward the world manifested.
Of course.
She was the other possibility, born from Siren's desire for love.
I knew they were gonna do
countless
some
hosts of
Siren
love that helped
turnaround
her make
because
this possibility a
she was
reality,
tragic.
turning her from test subject K423 into a Valkyrie who fights
Yo,
for all that is beautiful.
Otto
in
needs
the
to go
world.
though,
Into
bro.
Kiana Kaslana, who leads everyone forward. As for where her path leads to, we will soon find out.
Okay. This next one is new arc trailer pre-revelation Japanese dubbed. Go. Who was that? Otto?
以上このオットーアポカリプスは本日をもって
That's
天命司教の座を退き
He resigns, but that's crazy. He's so old. But his voice, it's interesting because his voice is the same as what's his name? Regulus Corneus from ReZero. I just heard it, and that's his voice. And they seem like very similar type of people, at least, you know, from what we've seen. Sort of are similar. 19, go.
以上このオットーアポカリプスは 本日をもって天命司教の座を退き
Resigns.
組織を抜けさせてもらう
That's Durandal. That's Teresa. Oh my god. That's Seele, I believe. Fuhua. Her normal self, not the 8th Herrscher. That's a bit confusing too. So what happened to the 8th Herrscher that they were fighting? Did she like did she die?
久しぶりですお寿司様
That's her disciple. Okay. By the way, again, yeah, as I mentioned before, the mountain that they were on, I forgot what the name was. That was destroyed by her disciples, I believe, and we don't know why, right? Why that happened. They just kind of glossed over it. Was that May fighting Durandal? Now it's gonna be Kiana against Otto. So Siren and Kiana are one now, right? I have to say he's a sick villain though. And he lost. Old friend, by the way. Oh, Siren? Oh, they look like sperm cells, bro. What is going on?
僕は来たよカレン
Colin. Yo, Otto's character is so interesting to me. There's a few interesting characters to me, but his is interesting because he has had a very he's always been like, you know, as a villain, but in the beginning when he cured the disease, and we didn't really get like, we see like what others' perception of him is, and rightfully so, he's a villain, but we've never really seen like what his own personal like first person perspective has been really. Also Colin, what the heck was that? I know Colin Kaslana is one of the Valkyrie from the past. I forgot which era she was from. Let me check. It's gonna take me a minute to find it. So it might not even be worth it. Yeah. Okay, I found it. Colin was the legendary Valkyrie from House Kaslana, as I said. And she had the Oath of Judah. It was from the previous era, and I think she used it in the current era, I believe. And then the Otto stuff happened afterward when he cured the plague. So did her and Otto have some sort of relationship right there? And what happened to Otto? I've asked this question before, but was he always corrupt, or did he become corrupt as he got more power or something? You know, he might have always been corrupt. I could see that, but I could also see it as being like he got too much power at a young age because he was the youngest son of the Apocalypse family, right? So, our younger son. Let's move on to the next one. Oh yeah, and he resigned as overseer. This next one is animated short, Thus Spoke Apocalypse, Japanese dubbed. Is that a reference to Kishibe Rohan? Go.
本気で世界を変えようとした時
That's Otto.
人は
When
己
he
の無力さに気
You will
づく
discover how pitiable your own strength is.
聖女は民に全てを捧げたしかし手にしたのは冷たい手風と工場だった
The Holy Maid?
世界は混沌としている
Was that Colin?
それは不公平で
Or are they just speaking like a religious figure? Bro, you were trying to do some bullshit. You've done some bullshit. What do you mean?
は迫害され悪は力を増す醜いものばかりだ美しいものなどない
Wait, also, is that, oh my god, I forgot. the Regulus's voice actor is also the same as Gara, Akaza, Katsura from Gintama. He voices a bunch of my favorite characters. I forgot about that. Damn, that's really cool. I forgot about that. I just heard Katsura. I'm like, wait, that's Katsura's voice too. 106, go. I have a feeling I would like this guy as a villain. But the villain, did he make himself? That's Colin. That is Colin. That's a Kaslana for sure. So she is the Holy Maid, or what he called her. Why did he become that? Is he a tragic villain? Is that the oath of Judah from her, or is that the thing that Siegfried used on Kiana? It looks very similar to what he used on Kiana. He's going out with a bang though. Respect it. I think he just became mad because of what happened to Colin. Her believer. Okay, so he like worshipped her. Like he worshipped her as a goddess. Was it a one-way thing or was it mutual? I have a feeling it might have been just one way. There's so much blood. It's kind of sick though. What is that? Why is his neck getting blacker? He's remembering what happened in the past. And she's still saving the people that almost executed her. She was legendary. That's sick. Well, not sick. It's sad. Now he's using shackles, like he's controlling the nine-tailed fox. That's what it is. That's the Oath of Judah right there, I believe. It looks exactly like that when I saw the image. Or it could be the Shamshad thing. It would make sense he's like using some holy magic, you know? Some holy artifacts. Yeah, it's like he's remembering the past, but this is going on in the present because we just saw this stuff with Kiana. I'm still wondering about Siegfried's daughter. We don't know how old Siegfried was. What if Colin was his? No, never mind. Because his daughter went missing afterward. Wait, go back a second. Sorry, 428. Go. Was that him as a kid? And then. Was that him? And then Colin saved her? Saved him? It's kind of sick. This song is tough.
女の時空だ。
So is she like a tree now? What is that her? What the hell? This is so dope. Is that him and Kiana, Otto, and the younger selves? Or no, Colin, I mean.
生きるんだ。
I can't tell if that was happening in the present or the past. This is the most selfish thing one can do.
Too much of the past for one to memorize. Too many words remain.
They used to play together. Okay, they used to play together.
Read through the lines, the ebb and flow of the crowd, flood the world and paradise. Alone.
Okay, so Otto was a good dude. He just became angry, I think, at the world too. Maybe? Because Colin wasn't... She wasn't there anymore. Oh, and then he became so evil. He started doing everything. That's why... That might have been why he was doing the experiments too. You know, to try to bring her back. Oh my god. And then the deal with Kevin too. Did Kevin know about it, which is why he made a deal with him? Also, what's the deal with Kevin, bro? No idea. The World Serpent. This is one of my favorite ones, I can't lie. Yeah, they definitely were lovers or something, you know, they liked each other. It was mutual. Damn. I wonder if she was also inflicted by the Great Plague, and that's why he was the one that found a cure. But it was too late. She might have died, and then the cure came, which is why and then that's why he started doing everything else. This next one is Honkai Chronicles Auto Apocalypse. Go.
Life is but a walking shadow, a clumsy actor gesturing on the stage, who only appears briefly and steps off in silence. Auto Apocalypse, the most pathetic fool alive.
Damn, bro, you ain't had to say all
He
that.
is the revered Schicksal Overseer. He is a corrupt, bigoted clown. Over centuries, he once sacrificed lives beyond count for his selfish desires, but also overthrew a decadent reign with people's support. He treated humans as pawns and trampled the value of emotion and life, but treasured Valkyries at the front line and prayed for their triumphant
Wow,
return.
okay.
Commitment
Actually
and betrayal,
truly cared
friend
for
and foe,
his fighters,
truth
you know, his
and
Valkyries.
lies. No one has ever seen through him, but to Otto himself, his actions only served one purpose. It all began in an afternoon 500 years ago. Though Otto was born in the three houses, he was frail and sickly. He could only craft whimsical inventions, which naturally deprived him of inheritance. His older brothers detested his effort at self-destruction, but no one noticed his inner needs.
He tried to kill himself?
It was then that a white-haired, blue-eyed girl brightened Otto's cold and dull heart like a ray of sunshine.
Damn.
She praised Otto's work sincerely, expected great inventions from him, and invited him to save the world with her. For the first time in his life, young Otto felt recognized. He could be expected. He could be needed.
Damn.
Since that faraway afternoon, everything he did has gained meaning because of her validation. But the twisted fate would not spare them. The rampant plague and the failed crusade tore the prosperity they lived in apart. Power and force were the perfect fuel for greed, turning a shaky faith into the breeding ground for degeneracy. In the turmoil, the lives of the two reached a turning point. Fearing abandonment, Otto chose to disregard ethics and performed experiments on dying patients. He sought findings at all costs. Callan, who could not condone his crime, became a raven at night to spread hope and enact the justice in her heart. But lies were lies. After many operations, Callan discovered the secrets of the human experiments, and Otto exposed himself at the last minute. Before the infinite greed of Schicksal, individual will was nothing. Callan was imprisoned. The cold bars separated the two that were once childhood friends.
Nah, Otto, that's
Yet their minds
crazy.
had already drifted further apart.
He became corrupt much quicker than I would have
The
expected.
dignity of life was what she had sworn to defend. To Otto, morality and ethics were only prices to be paid. A loud slap and a conflict of beliefs sent them on completely different paths.
Yeah.
Otto knew that in no way could he stop Callan. He accepted it and helped her escape in silence.
Bro, what were you doing, man? I understand you were desperate and stuff, but...
After everything settled, Otto was given the key to the library. Although Void Archives used the index permission as a bait in an attempt to possess Otto, Otto did not fall for it. He developed technology with pieces of knowledge, and thus a game that would last centuries began. In the days that followed, Otto searched for Callan while continuing his research and experiments. When he heard Callan was in danger in Yai village, he immediately had Oath of Judah delivered, but not the response letter that spoke his loving heart. Meanwhile, Callan sealed the Herrscher of corruption in the black box with Oath of Judah, but was severely
There's so many different
wounded.
Herrschers.
She was taken back to Europe by Schicksal for a trial. Callan was faithful and refused to sacrifice for family feuds, and thus was sentenced to hanging. Otto tried everything he could, but it was futile before the church's will. On the day of execution, the desperate Otto released Honkai Beast on the execution ground.
Okay,
He planned
he's the
to
one that
take
did
Callan
that.
amid the chaos, but he underestimated
Yeah,
Callan's
she-
resolve. In the end, Callan lost her life when protecting the people.
Otto's been fucking up so much.
Losing
God
the love
damn.
of his life painted Otto's world gray again. Resentful, he chased after Callan's shadow. He tried to give this sad story a happy ending as she would have wanted. He sounded the horn of revolution with his wisdom and cleansed the remaining evil with his hands. People sang his accomplishments, and soldiers
That's when he
admired his
over-
resourcefulness. As cheers of victory echoed through the silent church, Otto could not help but ask himself if this was enough. In the centuries that followed, the hole inside Otto was still agape. The only way to mend it was to revive the love of his life and the holy maid of the people,
Is that why he made
Callan
Kiana?
Kaslana.
So is Kiana actually like a... meant to be like a reincarnation of
In
Colin?
1496, Otto had no choice but to travel to Shenzhou. in search of the legendary Master Phoenix for a chance to revive Callan.
Fu Hua,
He met
right?
the fledgling swordswoman Li Sushan,
Her
and
student,
found the
who
reborn
she fought.
Fu Hua. But to his surprise, even an immortal celestial had regrets and could not bring back departed souls. In the end, Otto and Fu Hua made a pact. Schicksal would protect Shenzhou in the powerless Fu Hua's place, and Fu Hua would serve Schicksal as a Valkyrie. In 1952, the first Honkai eruption broke out. Schicksal captured the amnesiac first Herrscher and performed
Well,
3 years worth of serial experiments
3
on him,
years.
which yielded nothing. Otto even approached him in person to persuade him into succeeding to the Schicksal Overseer, but failed.
Oh,
To eliminate risks, Otto decided to wipe out the North American branch that was about to discover Schicksal's ugly truth. He launched Honkai fission missiles at New York, where tens of millions lived. Heroes defending freedom and justice stepped forward and crushed Otto's scheme at the cost of their lives. This led to the independent and crushed
back?
Otto's lived. Heroes defending freedom and
7:30
justice
go.
stepped forward and crushed Otto's scheme at the cost of their lives.
Himiko,
This
the
led
others.
to the independence of anti-entropy. This failure taught Otto to take hold of the power to retaliate Honkai, which led to the Clone Project and the Artificial Stigma Project. In 1972, Otto began running forbidden clone experiments in the hope of reviving Callan, but the results were not satisfactory. After injecting the cells of Honkai beast Vishnu, the first living batch of Callan clones was born. Otto made them fight one another to death at the end of the survival test. Only the individual numbered A310 rejected this absurd order. Her kindness in valuing life and her courage to defy her maker shocked Otto. He took A310 into his family and named her Teresa Apocalypse.
Okay.
Meanwhile, Otto established the Tower of Babylon laboratory to study artificial stigmata. Countless gifted children were taken from their parents
Siren,
and
I
subjected to inhumane experiments day and night.
Who's her parent?
Insurmountable suffering.
Look,
and hatred
wait,
against
is that
humanity
Himiko?
nourished
No,
these
no, I
Honkai
don't think so.
vessels.
No.
At
Never mind.
last, Siren,
I just
the
saw red
second
hair.
Herrscher, was born.
But I was thinking, no, I saw Himiko, but I was like, that can't be her. Even though I remember like seeing a flashback of Himiko, like she looked like she was like a mother. But Himiko would never let that happen. She would be too strong. She wouldn't let Otto do that to her kid. So no, let me just go back here. But you see the why I would say that, right? 840 go.
To inhumane experiments day and night. Insurmountable suffering and hatred against humanity nourished these Honkai vessels.
Yeah,
At
Otto,
last,
you needed to go,
the
bro.
second Herrscher was born. Otto mustered Valkyrie troops to subdue the Herrscher, dived into her sentience with the help of Fu Hua, and received revelation from the will of Honkai. After many
will
great
of Honkai?
sacrifices were made, Otto gave the order to launch Honkai fission missiles at Siberia.
Siberia. Hold on. That was Siegfried right there. 859 go.
Dived into her sentience with the help of Fu Hua, and received revelation from the will of Honkai. After many great sacrifices were made, Otto gave the order to launch Honkai fission missiles at Siberia to bury the truth
that Teresa right
deep
there?
beneath the scorched snowfield. Otto's resurrection project gradually took shape due to the guidance from above. The
Hold on,
guidance
who's
from
that?
above.
That was the will of Honkai. Or was that himself? 927.
For several years, Otto tried to create the most promising clone with Kiana Kaslana and Siren's genes for the second Herrscher to possess upon return. He transplanted the core of the second Herrscher to the test subject numbered K423. The longing for Cecilia gave her life. After being taken
Cecilia?
to St. Freya by Himiko, the love she felt, and the bond she made helped her learn to love this world and those around her. Watching Kiana move along the path he designed, Otto knew when she began to believe she would never be alone was when he could advance the plan. In the illusory Tower of Babylon, the girl's despair and longing for motherly love facilitated the Herrscher persona's awakening.
Is that Raven right there?
Fuhua took her back to Schicksal. The experiment pod confined her once again. Facing the pod, Otto's eyes only showed a hunger for the Herrscher of the Void's power. As Otto injected enormous Honkai energy into K423, Herrscher of the Void returned. Otto saved the dying Fuhua and told her his plan. Looking into Fuhua's
No, that was Fuhua, my fault.
eyes, Otto
Oh,
paused
not my
for a
fault.
short
I don't
but
know.
long moment and pulled the trigger. Everything went according to his plan. Himeko burned up herself to tear through Siren's will. Kiana's sentience returned to the body of the Herrscher. To obtain a Herrscher of the Void who could command the power with human will, Otto trampled emotions and disregarded lives.
As he does.
Otto believed that love and emotional bonds could evoke miracles, but he never respected nor honored them. So far, Callan's revival was only missing a key: Cosmic Juggernaut's beacon. Previously, to reach the imaginary tree that governed how worlds worked, Schicksal cracked the legend of King Arthur and found the key of infinity that offered space travel in the River Thames, but it was incomplete. Durandal passed Pioneer Sue's test by chance and received information and experience as numerous as sand grains in the Ganges. To complete Cosmic Juggernaut, Otto struck a deal with World Serpent's leader. He traded Void Archives for Cosmic Juggernaut's beacon. When the Herrscher of Dominance and Hyperion were locked in battle, he took the Theater of Domination and thousands of cores in secret. At last, the fully prepared Otto returned to the beginning. Kolisten, where Schicksal's blood and tears were buried. It would become the end of his long journey. On the other side of the stage, Valkyries had readied themselves as well. Teresa would succeed as the Schicksal Overseer and lead the newborn Schicksal toward a bright future.
Okay, makes sense because she
Bronya
worked
would
for him.
shoulder the weight of the Welt name, for the Herrscher of Reason's path had stretched to her. For
Wait,
the
what?
Welt name, Schicksal toward a bright future.
443.
Bronya would shoulder the weight of the Welt name, for the Herrscher
She got
of
Welt's
Reason's
powers?
path had stretched to her.
Herrscher
Fuhua
of Reason.
concluded a feud that spanned centuries, so she could embrace yesterday as a human and open the door to tomorrow. Kiana broke free from the shackles of fate and created a trail of flames that would guide them forward with her friends. Durandal broke through the barrier of Kaslana and earned a new heritage that only belonged to her. Valkyries were eager to settle accounts with Otto. Indeed, they won. Their crushing victory was a heavy blow to Otto. What they did not know...
Wait, why did Durandal turn against him? She was following his orders too. And she was kidnapping them on her orders. She wasn't like Teresa where she turned against him so quick. Like, you know, like she worked, like Teresa worked for him, but he turned her around. I mean, she was like already long rebelling against him. It seemed like Durandal just suddenly like kind of turned against him maybe, or maybe there's like a lot of tension. Like she was still working for him, but there were still like, he was like questioning a lot of the decisions she made, but she didn't fully turn against him until now. Because I think even during this battle, wasn't Durandal fighting against Fuhua or somebody? Wasn't she fighting against him? Actually, that might have been in that was actually in a previous battle. So I don't know what her stance was in this fight. 1312, go.
Heritage that only belonged to her. Valkyries were eager to settle accounts with Otto. Indeed, they won. Their crushing victory was a heavy blow to Otto. What they did not know was that their growth, their resolve, and even the joy of winning.
Hold on, go back.
Their
Okay,
the
13, 30 you go.
resolve, and even the joy of winning were also part of Otto's plan. What he planned for in the past 500 years was but a bargaining chip to attain death and a new life. After being defeated by Valkyries, Otto broke free from Imaginary's control momentarily.
Imaginaries?
He
Wait,
imbued
what?
The world's wedge with all the false god's power to create infinite possibilities for Callan. As Otto left his last message, his sentience finally dissipated in the still time-space.
Okay, there's a bunch of things that I don't understand, but okay. Imaginary's control? What does that even mean?
Otto perhaps means different things. But to Otto himself, all rights and wrongs are transient. He has attained eternal peace. His life as a fool is finally over.
This next one is a new concept trailer, Elysian Realm.
よ
Go.
うこそ高潔で純真な魂。あなたは過去を探求するために来た。しかし真実の礎石はすでに過去の土に埋もれている。ここは末世最後の楽土であり、失意者たちの墓地でもある。ここに存在しているのは少し興味を惹かれるようなお話だけ。遠い昔のこと。ヒーローになれなかった13人のお話。
The ones who died? Trying to stop Otto? Eden Sue, Gold Body.
この杯を広い天地に捧げましょう。いつまでもこの瞬間が続きますように。この世界が黄金のごとく輝きますように。
Kalpa Sakura? What?
そこまでじゃ戦後、あの子はもう死んだのじゃ。これ以上殺しても何の意味もない。
I recognize that voice
殺しに
too.
もともと意味などないさ。だが彼らの死には意味がなきゃいけない。
Who are these guys? Are these guys disciples? I think these are the disciples of... Yeah, I think these are Fuhua's disciples.
命の終点じゃない。命は死によって進化し、
They had that look.
神聖するの。
And they're talking about Fuhua.
私たちは人類とは何か再定義す。
Yeah.
ケビ、ヒーローが世界を救うわけじゃない。世界を救ったからヒーローと呼ばれるの。
しかし僕たちは知っている。この世界はもう救えないと。それでも僕たちはヒーローにならなければならない。
It said 13 people though, so I don't think it is 7. Who are these guys? Are these guys... Okay, these guys just might be World Serpent
彼
members.
らはあんなに誇らしげに生き、命で文明の昇華を奏でた。これは英傑と呼ばれた人々の話。13人の失意者が経験した未完の旅。
13. Okay, they're just called the 13.
けど来訪者。
Are they the Flame Chasers too?
そうでしょ。
Wait, what did she say?
けど来訪者。
Visitor.
あなたの道は続いてる。そうでしょ。なら心のままに進みなさい。足跡をたどってあの火を追った旅を見届けるの。最後は死した者たちの墓を越え、私たちが作れなかった未来を作りなさい。
Elysia 2. Okay. They all have numbers. Okay. Okay, I want to watch this again. I just wrote down all of their names, but I wanted to see them again. Go.
ようこそ高潔で純真な魂。
So these are people that didn't become heroes?
しかし真実の礎石はすでに過去の土に埋もれている。こ こはマッセ最後の楽土であり、失意者たちの墓地でもある。ここに存在しているのは少し興味を惹かれるようなお話だけ。遠い昔のこと、ヒーローになれなかった13人のお話。
Yeah, Eden, Sue, Golden, Bodhi.
この杯を広い天地に捧げましょう。
Bodhi.
いつまでもこの瞬間が続きますように。
That's Sue. He's pretty low cortisol.
黄金のごとく輝き
And
ま
that's
すよう
Gold,
に。
obviously. He's pretty low cortisol. She's kind of low cortisol. Kalpas and Sakura.
そこまでじゃ戦後。あの子はもう死んだのじゃ。
I recognize that
これ以
voice.
上殺しても何の意味もない。
That voice is so familiar.
殺しにもともと意味などないさ。だが彼らの死には意味がなきゃいけない。
Mobius and Hua. Infinity and vicissitude.
命の終点じゃない。命は死によって進化し、神聖する。
I don't even know what vicissitude means.
そう。私たちは人類とは何か再定義す。
Change in circumstance or fortune.
ケビ、ヒーローが世界を
So
救う
both of them
わけ
right
じゃない。
there?
世界を救ったから
And Deliverance,
ヒーロ
Kevin,
ーと呼ばれるの。
who's one.
しかし僕たちは知っている。この世界はもう救え
And we have
ないと。
Elysia,
僕たちは
who's two. And her thing is not
なければならない。
said. Like, she doesn't have another name or whatever. Or like title.
彼らは
They're
あんなに
just
誇ら
squares.
しげに生き、命で文明の昇華を奏でた。これは英傑と呼ばれた人々の話。13人の失意者が経験した未完の旅。けど
So these guys are flame
彼らの
chasers.
道は続いてる。そうでしょ。なら心のままに進みなさい。足跡をたどってあの火を追った旅を見届けるの。最後は死した者たちの墓を越え、私たちが作れなかった未来を。
So he's gonna go farther than them? Okay. Okay, let's move on. Okay, this next one's called Honkai Impact 3rd Animated Short, Because of You, Japanese dubbed. Go.
これは意味のない物語。未来のない人たち。誤った道を。
Wait, hold on. Sorry, pause it for a second. I just wanted to check. One. We only have 8 in the last one. Why do we only have 8? It says 13. Are like the 5 like our people in the current? Why was there only like 8 in the last one? If I'm counting this right. Yeah, 8. Okay. 5, go. 10. Is that Elysia still talking? Yeah, that's Elysia. She's kind of sick. Is this the imaginary world they're talking about? That's the same like barrier, the Kaslana thing that Durandal broke through. 49. This is sick. I don't know why I like it. Yeah, she has like a glitchy type of ability, like her name. Is she the imaginary world herself, bro? Elysian realm. She's rewinding. Yeah, she just changed the... She just went back in time to try and block it. That's the same eyes that be on Kiana's like dress and stuff. Live forever. It's just like the Herrscher. There's a lot of names that like Herrscher names that are just like they're just throwing out that I don't think are any of the ones that we are. Like the Herrscher of Dominion and or Domination and Hyperion. I don't know who those are. He's hacking into the mainframe. Yeah, so these guys are flame chasers. Eden. Ellie. Oh, that's the nicknames. So these, that was gold. And that's infinity or something. Wait, 323 go? This is kind of sick though. This is epic. I love this. I love this. This is awesome. And that's infinity or something. Or no, Morbius. Or Mobius. And those may be the other people that we haven't seen. And that's Hua. That's the low cortisol. This is sick. This is sick as hell. I just met these guys. These guys are dope as hell. I want to go back. I just wanted to count these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Wait, 3. Sorry. 3, 6, 9. No, it's 12. My fault. She's the 13th. She like uses all their powers. This is one of the best ones, I can't lie. This one's sick. This might be the best one, actually. The animation in this one is beautiful. Is she the Oath of... Is she the Oath of Judas, like... Or is this the other one? Insane. Yeah, this is the best one so far.
Say my name when a tree suffering. Once and again, telling a story lost in time. The way it's
I'm so confused about this. So, because we saw this flashback during what was it, Kiana's, I think it was, or yeah, Kiana, like when Otto, like when she was taking down Otto, was it that one? Or no, it was Otto when he was like dying. He saw like three, like a family of three, and I assumed one of them was Colin, and the other one is Siegfried, because we also saw Siegfried like laying on a woman's lap, and I think that's her right there. Is the daughter Teresa? That's the only one I can think of, because Teresa is a clone, artificial clone, right? Like that's the only one I can think of. Like unless this is just like a different Kaslana person. The dad is definitely Siegfried, 100%. The daughter, I think, is Teresa, and then the mom, I don't know who the mom is. That's the thing that's confusing me. What, is she also like a clone? And was she like the? Maybe the mom is Teresa, and then the kid is like Kiana. No, that doesn't make sense. They don't have the same colored eyes. I think the kid is Teresa, and then the mom is someone else. I'm not sure. Go back 634. Go.
lost in time. The way it's time.
Wendy, actually, I forgot how Wendy looks, to be honest, but she had like a similar like crazy type of look like that. Also crazy look. I just met these guys, but these guys are already the goats. I can't lie, they're already the goats. For one, they all have such unique designs. 2, they all look sick. 3, they all look sick. And 4, they all have unique designs. And 5, this music is beautiful. Alicia. Reminds you of Castris too. Or like what's her name? Elysian Realm wraps up. Okay. And this next one is Honkai Impact 3rd story recap animation, Elysian Realm in a nutshell. Go.
いにしえの楽園のことが知りたい？難しい質問ね。だって、いにしえの楽園の意義は人によって違うもの。そうね。この不思議な妖精魔法タイプライターなら正確に教えてくれるはずよ。ヒーローになれなかった13人が最終的にヒーローになった物語よ。
Who've never been?
文明とともに発生する最悪、崩壊。火を追う13英傑。それは人類のために戦う13人の融合戦士。文明を守る最終防衛ライン。
That's what Fuhua became.
文明は滅亡したけど、
Go back a second. 38, go.
13人の融合戦士。文明を守る最終防衛のために
Go back.
火を追う13英傑。それは人類のために戦う13人の融合戦士。文明を守る最終防衛ライン。13人の融合戦士。文明を守る最終防衛ライン。全文明は滅亡したけど、英傑たちの記憶で構成された古の楽園は残り、後継者の来訪を待ち続けた。今回、古の楽園はとても特殊なお客さん、一人の律者を迎えたの。そう、この綺麗で可愛い女の子、ライデン・メイのことよ。想像してみて、彼女の登場が英傑たちの間にどれほど大きな波紋を呼んだか。少女は崩壊の真相を探すため、古の楽園を訪れた。 そして英傑たちの物語を尋ね求め続けたの。
So when they're talking about like the imaginary world and stuff, do these guys live in the different world?
彼らはそれぞれ表現の仕方が違ったから。それに彼女の体を奪おうと目論む英傑や、秘密を守るため彼女は死ぬ運命にあると予言し、その歩みを止めようとする英傑もいた。それでも彼女は進むことを選んだ。代価を支払ってでも自分で選んだ道を歩くなんて強い女の子だね。
You know what this reminds me of, this whole thing? It reminds me of Squad Zero from Bleach. I think that's a close comparison.
未来の客人を待ち続けるはずだった。
Like they don't interact.
古の楽園を覆った巨大な影、次々と消える英傑たち。疑惑、衝突、そして犠牲。来訪者と英傑たちは事件の真相を探ろうとする。やがて黒幕である原文明の第12律者、神職の律者が降臨した。
Okay, that's the Herrscher of
データで
corruption.
構成された古の楽園の中で、神職の律者は全てを滑る力を手に入れる。神職に勝つ唯一の方法は消された英傑を呼び戻し、楽園最後のプログラムを起動させること。ただし勝利の代価として古の楽園は英傑たちの存在とともに世界から完全に消滅する。それでも彼らは迷わず戦うことを選んだの。
That's what they were
英傑は
fighting.
完全無欠じゃない。多くの人と同じように失敗したり迷ったりもする。それでも彼らは前へ踏み出し、自身の選んだゴールに向かって進む。それが火を追う13英傑、凡人だったヒーローなの。多くの記憶を集めた少女はついに真我の英傑を呼び戻した。データよりも温かく大切だったのは彼らの記憶。ずっと求めてたものを手にした律者の少女はお礼に思い出のパーティーでヒーローたちに盛大なカーテンコールを捧げた。よく考えてみたらメイって少しひどくない？勝手に人の心に入っておいてあんな大胆なことまでして。本当に悪い子よね。そのせいでもっと好きになっちゃったわ。物語の最後で13英傑に認められ祝福を得た来訪者は彼らの意志を背負い古の楽園を出て彼女自身の未来を切り開く。楽園での最後の戦い、その結末はもうわかるはずよ。何せ可愛い女の子は何でもできる。そうでしょ。古の楽園の物語はこれで幕を閉じた。けど悲しまないで。私たちはここにいるわ。私たちの物語を読んで存在を覚えて、今後私たちはあなたの感情に残り、その進む道を見届ける。たった一つの楽園はあなたのおかげでみんなの心に存在するようになるの。とてもロマンチックでしょ。だから私たちの物語を忘れないで。約束しましょうね。
Her voice, it sounds like I can't really think of a lot of characters, but that voice sounds like Nagisa's mom from Clanad. Sounds like her. And voice, she has that like aura energy, you know. Okay, well, that was a lot. Let's move on. This next one is preview of Honkai Impact 3rd Part 1 final opening. Go. It's Kevin. So are the Elysian realm all like in a book? Because they're all in a book. They're still here though. And Kevin's like a strange one because he's the only one that can actually go outside the book, it seems. Because he's actually interacting with like Otto and the others, and you know. Whereas the others, we haven't really seen them interact with others aside from like the fight with the 12th Herrscher of, what was it? This is sick though. The 12th Herrscher of corruption. The moon's origin and finality. This next one is Honkai Impact 3rd cutscene, Transcend. Go.
Kiana ちゃんはもう光だけを追いかける子じゃないわ。
What's the cocoon? Is this story done, by the way? It seems like it's like literally wrapping up. I feel like I've seen experienced the entire story through these animated shorts. Is that the will of Honkai? Yeah, because that's his invention. That's Colin. So is this the imaginary world that he was talking to, that he broke through into for like a moment? And created infinite possibilities for Colin, whatever that meant. These are the 13 heroes, lights, that we saw flashing a couple videos ago when they were fighting the corruption Herrscher. Whose name we don't know yet, I don't think. She has blue hair and red eyes. Looks kind of familiar, but I'm not sure. Okay, that was weird. Yeah, I think that other one is the white hair one is her other side, you know. Her latent persona that awoken, but she merged with. But I'm wondering if that's the same woman from Siegfried's family, the woman, you know. That's what I was curious about before. Oh, that's why it's called a cocoon. No, that's Bronya and May. My fault. That's Bronya and May right there. The spiritual assistants. This next one is, or the actual physical assistants, because they're probably there. And for some reason, Bronya has Welt's will has been passed down to her, so I guess she has Welt's powers, right? That's the Herrscher's power she was using, and then May has the other Herrscher. This next one is Honkai Chronicles Herrscher of Reason. Herrscher of Reason. That's Welt, right?
断りの律者の物語は1952年の第一次崩壊から始まります。災害の中心で記憶喪失の少年が見つかり、天命に回収された後、律者と判明します。3年にもわたる苦しい実験をフールアルファとの文通で耐えてきた少年は、1950年さまざまな研究所を経て、アインシュタインとテスラのいる第42実験室にやってきました。2人の科学者と出会い、少年は世界と自由を意味する名、ウェルト・ジョイスを手に入れます。
ウェルト・ジョイスは、
それからジョイスは短い平穏な日々を満喫しました。
実験室の助手になった彼は2人の科学者と親しくなり、さらに玉鋼を探す旅で個性豊かな仲間たちと出会いました。穏やかで温かな時間を知ったからこそ、逃れられない運命を前にした彼は美しい世界を守ろうとしたのかもしれません。旅の終点でジョイス一行は第9の神の
How many of these keys are there? God damn. Oh, are there 13? That's Eden.
実験室で事故が起こり、シュレーディンガーも崩壊に侵食されました。大事な人たちが危機に陥った時、ジョイスは覚悟を決め、体内の力に応え守ることを選びました。崩壊に対する渇望を克服し、律者コアの中にある数十万の意識の残響に耳を傾け、律者コアを支配したジョイスは現文明で人類のために戦う一人目の律者となりました。
That's why that's why Otto wanted him to become the overseer.
黒幕が現れます。ジョイスと文通していたフールアルファ、当時の天命主教オット・アポカリプス。
That's the fight that they were talking about.
断りの律者は運命に屈せず、暴君の企みを壊しました。報復としてオットーはベルトのいる都市に崩壊分裂ミサイルを発射し、あらゆる脅威を排除しようとします。
Yo, chill on New York. They're celebrating the Knicks' victory right now.
命と引き換えにベルトは律者の力で街全体を守る盾を作りました。物語の最後にベルトの仲間たちは天命を出てネゲントロピーを作り、そして彼自身が断りの律者のコアを人々を守る使命を後継者に渡しました。
Okay, that's when he did it.
2人目の断りの律者はヨアヒム・ヨーです。
Oh.
1955
Who? Wait, what? Okay, I was... But they showed this kid. This kid was the one that was shown when they mentioned Bronya's or Walt's will being passed to Bronya. So it might have actually been this kid then Bronya. Right? Or what if this kid was Bronya? Joaquin Yang. Go 3-1.
ヨアヒム・ヨーです。
Joachim Yoです。
1955年、ジョイスが命を懸けて守った町で、幼い彼は断りの律者のコアを受け継ぎました。
Did he die there
子
then?
供にとって人類を守る責任は重すぎます。迷い逃げることもありましたが、外に出た彼は運命に立ち向かう人々や美しいもの、信念を知りました。ベルトの名にあるのは苦痛と重荷だけではない。そう気づいた彼は美しい世界を守るため戦おうと決意します。その後の数十年間、ベルト・ヨーはネゲントロピーの名手
Oh,
にな
he
り、
grew up in a Chad, into a
信念を持
Chad.
つ仲間と共に世界のため戦い続けました。
I think yes, I think we saw him back in like the second one, I believe, where they were showing all of the anti-entropy people sitting down, like, you know, by the table and like on the couch and stuff. They showed Otto there. They also showed, I think they showed older Joaquin Yang, and then younger too, because they showed a little kid sitting on the couch, but then they also showed like I think a grown man with glasses too. Wait, I want to go back and see why the 12th Herrscher of, I forget what the name is called, the 12th Herrscher of corruption, was she one of the anti-entropy members? Because I swear they showed like a light blue-haired girl. That's why she looks so familiar. They showed a light blue-haired girl who was sitting on the couch numerous times. Was that her? Was that the same person? 352 go.
と共に世界のため戦い続けました。 2000年の第二次崩壊時、ベルトヨーは断りの律者として人類を代表して崩壊に
This guy
挑
looks
み、
sick.
断りの律者の力を生かし、人類の文明の武器を構築し、
Oh my god, he looks so tough.
撃を与えました。しかし、第二律者は月で神の施しを受けます。
What?
人類など神の前では些細な存在です。それでも仲間を、この世界を守るためにベルトヨーは何度も命を懸けて戦いました。彼が表しているのは律者コアにある30万の思想、人類の文明の積み重ねと輝きでした。2016年、崩壊を駆逐する方法を探すため海縁の目で実験したベルトヨーは量子の海にとらわれます。
Is this where Bronya got the
彼はそ
powers?
こで全文明最強の戦士ケビンと遭遇し
Okay, let me just chill for a second.
いろいろな経験を経た戦士の意志は強固でした。現実に戻り、人類の文明が崩壊を乗り越えられるよう最悪のやり方を使おうとする彼にベルトヨーは賛同できませんでした。断りの律者である彼が守ると決めたのは全力で生きる
That girl, that's the one I was talking about. The one on the left.
圧倒的な力を持つ全文明の戦士を前にし、ベルトヨーは現実の壁になることを選び、祝福を込め最後の試練を残しました。希望と信念を持つ後継者がやってくることを
That's Bronya right there.
待ちながら
Oh, and that's when Bronya got the powers, because she went there, I believe. She went there.
断りの律者はブローニャ在地区です。
Yeah.
孤児である少女は傭兵生活を送っていました。2012年、カカリア孤児院に連れて行かれたブローニャは優しいゼーレと出会います。彼女のおかげで優しさを知った少女は守りたいと思うようになります。しかしその後、ブローニャを守るために自ら X10 実験に参加したゼーレは量子の海にとらわれます。実験に参加した少女はゼーレを助けられず、別れの際に再会の約束を交わ
This
し
is
ま
making
す。
sense now. That's when she
それ
reached
は
out
少
to
女
grab
の
the
原動
gem.
力となりました。
That's when she reached
2014
out
年
and got the
第
power.
三次崩壊が発生
and
した
escaped.
上空市でブローニャはキアナとメイに出会います。大変な暮らしの中、友情を育んだ3人は最高の仲間になりました。ブローニャはカカリアに与えられた任務を諦め、2人の仲間とその世界を守ると決めました。
Wait, go back for a second. 6:39. Wait, 6:35. Go.
カカリアに与えられた任務を諦め、2人の仲間とその世界を守ると決めました。その後、姫子に誘われた3人はセイフレイヤに行き、崩壊と戦うバルキリーになります。
Did she get it when
セ
she
イフ
was
レイ
trying
ヤでの
to?
生活で少女の守りたいという心が大きくなり、彼女は仲間と共に美しい世界を守るために戦うと誓いました。
And then that's when she sacrificed herself.
デザイアジェムを探していた3
And
人
when they
は
lost the battle
それ
during
を
the
体
Battle
内
of
に埋め
Chixol,
られたウェンディを見つけ
or
ま
the
したが、
Battle of Chixol.
カカリアによって埋められたバイオチップがブローニャの意識を支配してしまいます。そのせいで彼女は心を開いたウェンディや信頼してくれたキアナとメイを傷つけました。
What?
ウェンディや
There's no subs for that? Are you kidding me, bro?
そのせいで彼女は心を開いたウェンディや信頼してくれたキアナとメイを傷つけました。
And they
その
died.
仲間を守るためにブローニャはバイオチップを壊し、長い昏睡状態に陥ってしまいます。不可の助けにより夢の中で試練を受けたブローニャは
And that's the like the internal.
未来の人生で過去の過ちを否定すると決めました。しかしその後、オットーの策によりキアナの中で空の律者の人格が目覚め、仲間を守るためにブローニャは迷わず戦場に向かいます。その時、少女はアインシュタインからエデンの星を受け継ぎました。 最終的に仲間と先生の愛はキアナの意識を呼び戻します。一方でエデンの星が意味するものをブローニャが知らなくても、ベルトのようにエデンの星で仲間を守った時から、少女の未来は断りの律者の精神とつながりました。2017年、デザイアジェムを取り戻し友人を助けるため陽子の海に入ったブローニャはベルト用の試練を受けます。善良さ、
What is it called? The Sea of what?
ベルト用の試
Sea
練
of
を受け
Quanta.
ます。善良さ、固い意志、正直さ、守ること、3つ
And
の
that's when
世
she
界で
became
何度も己の信念を証明したブローニャは、断りの律者のコアと同期し、人類のために戦う3人目の断りの律者になりました。
Okay.
同時に彼女はゼーレを助け、最初の約束を果たします。断りの律者のコアを継いだブローニャはベルトの下で学びますが、ベルトの名を継ぐことはありませんでした。少女にとって2人のベルトの信念はあまりにも眩しかったのです。しかしその名がなくても少女なりに守る理念を形にしていました。
Yes, she
そし
was.
てその頃、世界が不安定になりました。2017年10月、何年も準備してきたオットーが聖女カレンの復活のため世界をリセットしようとしたのです。彼を阻止するために少女たちはカロスタンに集まりますが、オットーはすでに疑心の力を手にしていました。道を阻む約束の光幕を前にして少女は覚悟します。30万の思想に見守られながら断りの律者の使命を受け入れ、精神同調でその力を完全解放したブローニャは多くのムーンライトスローンを構築して道を切り開きました。彼女は断りの律者、その未来の道をようやく歩き始めました。カロスタンの事件の後、メイは古の楽園で13英傑と協力し神職の律者を倒します。そのため人類の文明が対峙する律者は最後の終焉のみとなりました。
So finality is a Herrscher.
聖婚計画を始動させます。ヨルムンガンドの聖婚計画は人類よりも文明を重んじる最悪の計画でした。バルキリーたちの前に立ちはだかるヨルムンガンドのウサギの正体は聖婚の結晶ミステル・シャニアテ。
Oh, another Shariak?
ウサギは
Sharniak?
ケビンの前に倒さなければならない相手ですが、
That's what they're fighting.
少女にとってはそれだけではありませんでした。生まれながら呪いを持ち聖婚計画を背負い無数の人生を転写するウサギの一部のあり方は断りの律者と似て非なるものです。だからこそ彼女はブローニが超えなければならない相手でした。好きで
This music is
信
epic.
念を背負った少女はウサギと対峙します。尊敬すべきベルトの名、明記すべき30万の思想。しかし現在で勝つために過去の力に執着してはいけません。未来へと向かうためには断りの律者の伝承を背負う必要がありました。先輩の意志、仲間の信頼、多くの信念を集めた少女は真理の律者へと風化し、
Herrscher of Truth.
ネゲントロピーの精神を実現したブローニャ在地区になりました。真理の名のもとに少女は未来を切り開きます。
That's sick. She got even greater than them by like not even like accidentally following into their footsteps. She accidentally surpassed them. This next one is Honkai Impact 3rd animated short, Graduation Trip. Go. So now she's the Herrscher of truth.
一つの物語が終わるとき、私たちはその始まりを思い出す。まるで昔に戻ったかのように。
例えば今のように。そうだろう。
That's Otto.
君は驚いていないようだ。この景色、懐かしいだ
That's
ろ
a sick shot.
うぬぼれないで。彼女は私たちと違う。
And that's the other Herrscher who I forgot their name.
私に会って驚いた。
What was her name again? I wrote it down.
足りないね。
Sorry, just 1 second.
これで揃った。
しかし残念だ。僕たちの
Yeah, it has. Y'all are in the dirt. Pause. Wait, what?
過去の人は過去に残ってもらおう。
じゃあさよなら。
Abundance, I think her name was. I wrote it down somewhere.
なんか言ってくれないの。よくやった。
Oh, Siren. Apologies if you guys can hear that from outside. There's a whimsical ass ice cream truck.
昔と変わらないね。ええ。
This is their graduation trip to defeat the finality Herrscher.
本当にいろいろあったわ。今回もここでお別れなの？いいえ。今回は最後まで一緒に歩くわ。
Yeah, they're definitely in love with each other, right? Like, there's definitely some romance here. And that has been there since forever. I think one of you guys even mentioned that in one of my other videos. Like, this is one of the blatant, like relationships that isn't a relationship, you know? That's the swordswoman, right? I'm confused about Durandal, because she like seemed like she was always on Otto. And she might have been changing, but we didn't see that, you know? I'm sure we saw more of it in the game, but not as much as what was shown. Like, it wasn't shown really in this. Like, she just seemed on Otto side, and then she wasn't. I'm confused about the Fuha stuff too, because that's Fuha, right? And there was like the 8th Herrscher, which they defeated, right? But Fuha's still there, you know, as like the no, actually, I think Fuha died when she sacrificed herself, so yeah. I don't know what the heck is that, like, that is, you know. I don't know.
Kiana.
You guys shouldn't be able to hear that, but sorry again. Yeah. Bro, there's 2 imposters there, bro. Because Bronya and May aren't dead, right? I guess it's just like all her comrades that have been there since like practically the beginning. I get it. It's emotional, man. This song is fire. The song is fire.
Having to leave the tracks behind. There is a longer way ahead. After all, there used to be a storyteller who always painted the sunshine and the rain. As you eventually grow up, spending a lifetime to taste of life and pain. Nevertheless, I spend the time having to leave the tracks behind.
Is that other Fu Hua who I think is Fu Hua? Is that okay? Never mind. Never mind. Never mind. Never mind. It's just her. It's just Kiana's older and younger selves. But the person that's meant to embody Fu Hua, you know, it just looks like Kiana, you know.
Give us a try to sing around. Feel the beauty of this world.
The northern lights, the moon. So is this finality just the moon? Wasn't the moon the other one? Dedicated to every captain supporting the game. Honkai Impact 3rd team current. Alright, stop. Thank you for joining our journey. Is this like this last scene in the game? It's kind of epic, man. Okay, we got like 3 more, I think. Okay, this next one is Honkai Impact 3rd cutscene, you and me. Go.
これは悪夢かしら。あの子のこと思い出せそうなのに。Are they all merged into one? Because it has like maze. Wait, what? Wait, go back 1 minute, go. The Seele is dead. Okay. I'm not sure.
It feels like May, Bronya, and Kiana have all like merged into one, because that person is who looks like Kiana, or May, with the white with the white hair. It looks like Kiana, but she's acting like she's Bronya trying to save Seele, you know. So maybe like they've all merged into one to try and take down this finality. Don't know. This next one is Honkai Impact 3rd cutscene. Venerable 7 Shus unite as the one law. Go. Fear gathering? What is bro pondering about? The Zodiac? Seems like we're doing something completely different now. Like, it doesn't seem we're remotely doing the same thing we were doing before. Like, these are just different characters, it seems. You know? Even like the last one. The last one more so could have made sense with this one. It's like we're somewhere else completely. Like, is this like after everything has happened or what? Another side of the thing? Did we already defeat the finality? It's like another Herrscher battle. Shoe of deception. Wait, shoe. There's another one. Shoes. Wait, was that Sue just now? I was gonna say he looks like I mean her name is Shu, which sounds similar to Sue, and I think that Sue was the the low cortisol guy, the guy who's like sitting by the trees, part of the 13, and he had like brown hair, but now it's way longer here. But I think it's the same guy, so this might be like his daughter or something. 309 go. I don't know. This might be his and Gold's daughter, because they were like seen together a lot, and she has like gold hair, so it might be their daughter or something. They might have had a kid. And look, there's gold. Also like the memories. Yeah, see the gold? I might be cooking there, I might not be. I might be. Could be like their daughter or something. That Killwa's voice? Meteor is crazy. The meteor is nuts.
ごめんね、角おばさん。
Aunt perception?
死ぬのが怖いみたいだね。
That might be like, yeah, these guys might be new heroes or something, because they have like names similar to like the ones from before. Like her name is Perception, maybe not a hero, but that name still sounds similar to like Vicissitude, Infinity, Deliverance, you know, Decimation. So it might be like a new set of like heroes or something. This next one, and I believe it's the final one, which I'm kind of glad about because I've been recording too long, and this video is already long enough because this session alone is almost 3 hours, and the previous one was like 4 hours or about something like that. Obviously it's gonna be way shorter than the actual video, but regardless, the video is still gonna be so long. So yeah, this next one is and final one is Honkai Impact 3rd cutscene. Let's celebrate the new year, Japanese dubbed. Okay, go. I'm glad I don't have to write any more notes. If I'm being completely honest. So everything's good now? Kiana.
新年はやっぱりみんなと一緒がいいよね。
そうですね。バカキアナ。
Idiotka.
新春の使者だってば。できました。みんなカメラを見て。もう撮って。
Everyone's grown up, it seems. Like May. Not May, that's Kokoli, I think. I don't fucking know, man. That's... I don't know. Don't ask me about names, bro. I'm sick of it. She's hitting that bitch. I'd like to check out some Honkai Impact 3rd music too. That'd be pretty cool. Also need to get back on that Zenless Zone 0 too.
よくできてたでしょ。 新年はみんなと一緒がいいね。
But you got all the characters grown up now. It's not like they were young, but you know, they're way older now, I think. And that is the last one, I believe. Wow, that was a lot. But it was very enjoyable. It was take me on a crazy journey, bro, from the beginning till now. It was only like 30 videos, but they had a lot in them, a lot of lore, a lot of story, a lot of emotion, a lot of fighting. So that's it for the animated shorts. I'll see what else I'll need to check out, recommended by you guys. Let me know, and I'll do that when I can. I'm also going to be doing this alongside Zenless Zone Zero though, or trying to prioritize because I began that first, but I'll try to balance it out, and see what like I enjoy doing the most as well. Yeah, really enjoyed this animated shorts. I feel like because I wrote a lot of stuff down, it was easier to speak about certain things, but I feel like I was more on point. Maybe not, but I feel like maybe I was a little more on point with some of my theories. Maybe not though. Yeah, writing the notes themselves took so long. Yeah, if you guys appreciate my note taking, or just enjoy the video, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And with that being said, I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.